Made sure the commentary was on, right?
It did.
Alright, we're live.
Hell
Fuck it, we'll do it live. We'll fucking do it live!
Oh god, I'm already getting shot. I forgot. I stopped right when the combat reinitiated.
Oh shit, dude. Oh fuck. Nobody's watching yet, but I'm sure they will be.
Sorry, they've seen this all before.
Who are you? What do you mean, who are you? It's Digibro and Tommy Oliver playing Spider-Man on I Am Games. The only games show that every time we do it, someone asks who is this because we changed the name a month ago. Playing Spider-Man. You probably got a notification because you signed up for Digibro versus everybody.
Now it's Digibro versus games.
Yeah, Digi and someone else. That would be Tom Oliver. You may know him from the Procrastinators podcast.
Holy shit.
We're from various gay pornos.
Yes, from various gay pornos. Thank you, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. By the way, we did not reinitiate video. Did you want that? Do we want us to be on camera again?
I forgot you turned it off.
Yeah.
Oh, that was bullshit.
Well, that gives you the opportunity to consider. Do we want?
Yeah, we might as well.
Tom Oliver from last week tonight. That is John Oliver. That is John Oliver.
Someone said that in the comments of the podcast we was in. I just took that and like.
I think it's loading you right back into combat.
Oh my god. Holy Christ.
I had to take 1 second to take a drink of Huel in between, and the game was like, nah, dude, not having it.
Post food. Alright.
Hey, Digital Brother.
It's actually not Huel, it's muscle milk. So.
This is all caps from Zargi. Hey, Digital Brother and Olive Thomas. How are you two fine fellas doing this good night? We're refreshed. We're back in the saddle.
Hell yeah.
We were both kind of like fucking.
Camera up there yet, dude?
Yes. We were kind of brain dead earlier from like 5 straight hours of Spider-Man.
In our old age, I can't marathon games like I used to. Plus, I'm wearing glasses right now, and I'm still not used to it, so I'm still kind of straining my eyes more than I. These are free glasses, so they're kind of shit.
I could. Are they just like reading glasses, basically?
No, they're like prescription. No, that's
okay.
Shit. I just got them free through my basic health insurance, so they barely fit and stuff like that.
Because I have a pair of Ray-Bans that I paid like $70 for when I thought I needed glasses, and it turned out they were completely unhelpful.
What a bummer.
And so they just sit around.
Oh my god, I just like tried to charge into battle and just immediately got hit with bullets.
This battle is fucking chaos. There's just shit happening everywhere.
I've died a few times trying to do this, just
Yeah.
because there's so many fucking dudes. And like
this whole post-prison section has definitely represented like an enormous difficulty spike.
either that or I'm just losing my edge. I'm not really sure. But,
Well, it seems like an enormous difficulty spike. I mean, none of the combat encounters were like even challenging up until this point in the game.
yeah, I was kind of coasting. Now I gotta like think about what I'm doing a little bit more.
Maybe that's for the best.
I think I'm gonna start using my finishers a bit more liberally.
Sword Art Online Season 3, 50 episodes long. Is that true?
Oh no!
I really hope that's true. Cause
I'm just happy that Sword Art is gonna be out while I'm here, hopefully, so I can be a part of this in some way, shape, or form.
yeah, I mean, I don't even know, like, I don't know how badly I want to try to milk it, because I know people will be like, oh, I know that some people will really hate me if I do it, but there's some people who will really, really love if I do it, and I think it'd be fun.
Of course it would be fun.
I mean, there's every single step of the way, there's going to be people going, why do you watch the show if you don't like it? And I'm going to be like, because it's funny! Don't you understand that hate? Oh, there is a 4th Mountain Dew. Thank you.
Alright, I
really thought I'd gone through all 4 of them already. I guess I won't be drinking my Pocari Sueto. Check it out. I'm a real weeaboo. They got the fucking Pocari Sweat. And Taki, apparently. Tom, do you want to try this? Are you curious?
Sure. Is it like flavored in anywhere, or is it just like water?
It tastes like Gatorade.
Oh, that is actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's not as strong as Gatorade.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
It's probably my favorite.
I like
wacky
Asian
Japanese
sweat, apparently.
They drink, like, it's one of those that, like, you see you see it like constantly in anime, like off-brand Pocari Sweat shit. So I guess it's probably pretty popular over there.
Alright, I gotta save Aunt May from dying or something.
Hey guys, how's it going? Have you figured out if you can cook chicken cordon bleu in the toaster oven yet? Not yet, but we might experiment with that well, maybe not tomorrow night, because we have regular, like, fresh chicken we need to make before too long, but we'll find out soon enough. I did cook some ribs in there. That came out alright. I mean, they were like cheap-ass pre-cooked ribs. It wasn't like I fucking, you know, cooked them from nothing. And they were not of the highest quality, but they were cooked well. And that's what really
Well,
matters.
I just realized I just like took a picture of the Mocha Art Gallery. It's fucking sick.
What is the Mocha Art Gallery?
It's an art gallery, but the thing that I care about Mocha is they did a museum of. Actually, I think it was a different gallery. Actually, that's
There
the
seems to be two.
MMOCA.
Yeah, well, I mean, it might just be because they can't call it the actual thing.
They've called everything else the actual name so far of all the other
Yeah.
landmarks that are like legitimate landmarks. But I've gone to the. They did like a art festival and everything. I went there at one point.
I think it's the
One of my-
MMOCA because it's the art gallery of MMO art.
Oh yeah, all the World of Warcraft stuff.
Yeah.
Can I outrun a rocket? We're about to find out.
I want to go and see the Terra Online.
Dude, this rocket's still on my dick, even though I'm like going forever. That's pretty
I
insane.
wonder if the cutscene killed the rocket.
I hope so. I hope it's
Rocket
oh look,
Man.
it's our boy, the Rhino.
Rocket Man.
Dude, the Rhino looks sick in this game.
He's the Juggernaut, bitch. Why don't you play a good game like Ragnarok Online from Ben?
That sounds like a terrible game.
No, Ragnarok is great.
Sounds awful.
And says, why don't you play a good game like Dwarf Fortress? Why don't you play a good game like MGS5 Pachinko?
Oh.
Why don't you play a good game like
My
Hidden
favorite
Links?
game.
Ragnarok Online is dope. It's a piece of nostalgia for me, even though I never got to play it for like the amount of time that you're supposed to play an MMO for.
Which
Like,
is 0 minutes, 0 seconds, because MMOs are shit.
well, do you know anything about Ragnarok Online? It was like
I
all
know it's-
2D pixel art game. It was cool.
I guess it sounds. Oh, ow! Oh, that guy got hurt by that too. Good. I was gonna say, there's no way.
I mean, Ragnarok Online is a total just like grind fest. Like it's just basically go fight monsters and nothing else in particular.
I mean, as long as the fighting's good, I don't mind. But fighting in MMOs is never good.
I mean, the fighting was like Zelda. Like, you know, you just swing a sword at enemies and they die. But like, it had a very strong sense of community. It was like a game where everyone who plays the game is fucking nice, and that was what made
That's
it like
impossible.
Dude, it really...
The game called Ragnarok, the end of like of the world, had the nicest player base.
Well, it's funny that they even called it that because it was also like a super cutesy game. Like, it also had like the best soundtrack ever. I've used Ragnarok OST music in a bunch of videos before, and also on my fucking album, Bedroom Bedrock. Shade used one of the songs, like the main sample in this track. What the fuck is it called? Actualize. Hell yeah. Ethically, the people enjoyment from the people who really, really like you doing SAO3 would outweigh the discomfort from the people who'd hate it. I think so too. I think it would be worth it. As long as I don't start like bleeding subs or something, then I would think it would be
Oh god, there's like a dude with lasers. Oh!
Koopa Shell 10 gave us 100 fucking things. I just want a bit badge and to see you guys' reaction and to check the delay and to tell if you use Streamlabs or not. We're not using Streamlabs because we're using we usually use Streamlabs if we're playing on PC, but we're currently playing through an Elgato game capture and using their
I suppose we could probably
thing.
go through...
Yeah, we could go through Streamlabs.
Yeah.
We just haven't really spent much time setting up the Twitch yet.
Yeah, I
because
mean,
Iron Games is not real yet, but it will be soon. That's why we're trying to beat this game in one fell swoop, so that I can just go ahead and make an analysis video about this game, and then we can fucking move on to, like, we can find out from how that performs whether or not this is a worthwhile venture to continue. Because if we make a video about this game and we can't get any views on it, or people don't seem to give a shit, then
oh god, there's guys everywhere.
It might be reconsidered as something to spend the amount of time that we would have to spend on. Playing a game takes a lot of time.
It does.
There needs to be a pretty big benefit for it, you know? Especially if we're live streaming the whole time, like, it's pretty time consuming. Though the live stream is a profit venture in itself, so it is kind of self-justified, especially if it can.
If you guys want more I Am Games, buy t-shirts.
Yes, the t-shirts are the best way.
I mean, that is like a total shill Jeff thing to say, but at the same time, it's super... I mean...
Jeff doesn't offer you a t-shirt.
I just meant shilling in general.
Yeah,
it's a very transparent attempt for money.
I don't think it counts as shilling when you're shilling your own, like when you're shilling a product that you made.
I don't.
You know.
Yeah, it's a different kind of.
It's like you get something out of it. You get a T-shirt, and we made the T-shirt. You know.
We should like do a second run of those.
Ben says, I always wanted to play Ragnarok Online because my computer growing up sucked dick. Maple Story, 24-hour Maple Story stream.
Oh god, it's a cutscene, alright.
Are you saying that you wanted to play it because your computer sucked dick, or that you couldn't play it because your computer sucked dick? I couldn't play it because I just didn't, like, comprehend how to, like, my parents did not understand, like, online purchasing at all. Like, because in the 90s, there was, like, a lot of scare about it. Like, oh, don't give your credit card information to anything online. You know, don't give any personal information.
Oh, God.
And, like, my parents never, like, updated their knowledge on that. So I didn't, like, buy anything on Amazon, for instance, until, like, 2007. Like, that was the first time I, like, you know... I'd been on the internet since the 90s, and I did not purchase anything on the internet until, like, 07. And, like, so the concept of, like, a subscription-based game where you had to, like, give your credit card, like, I would have been too afraid to even ask my parents to do that.
Alright, this is getting ridiculous. So, like, Silver Sables, like, the guys who work with the cops, they've decided I'm a bad guy now, too. Because remember, the cops hate me now.
Yeah.
So, they're flying with their, like, technology. I'm fighting the convicts. Nobody likes me anymore. And it's just me versus the world. And, yeah.
It's pretty epic.
It's epic, but it's also very confusing. These
scenarios are pretty epic to look at. Like, watching you fight, like, fucking 8 factions at once. It's pretty cool. I mean, I think that what the game expects you to do is basically to just, like, rely on the fact that you can fucking just... You can just lap these guys, you know? Like, you don't really have to stay in the fighting arena or zone or anything. You can just fucking go crazy.
Right. I'm kind of, like, not...
Like, that was awesome. That was fucking awesome. What just happened there. I don't know how that felt to play, but it looked fucking awesome.
Every time you do... See, something that you haven't noticed because you're not playing is that every time you hit somebody in, like, one of those slow motion things, the controller has such a satisfying rumble that makes the hit 10 times better. And it feels fucking good, dude. Every time I smack somebody, I get a little hard. It's fucking great.
It's a lot of little hard. Have you guys ever felt self-conscious about others hearing you record scripted audio? Yeah, I think that's...
Yes.
That's like every time.
Yeah, and I'm still not over that. Like, I haven't even been vlogging or doing anything here because I'm like, did you might hear me making a vlog? That's weird.
Well...
Which, like, you're, like, the last person who would give a fuck, but, like, I'm still retarded.
So for me, I don't mind if someone hears it from, like, outside the room. I just don't want, like... I don't like the feeling of, like, someone having to be held up listening to me when I'm gonna... First of all, I'm gonna fuck up a few times, and so it's not gonna be a smooth read, so you're not gonna get the best experience of this script. And second of all, you're gonna have to hear it again. Like, May, I usually will have her just, like, step out while I'm doing the initial read, because she's gonna end up hearing it, like, 3 times anyways. Like, and probably continually as I'm editing it. So, like...
I'm pretty sure I just stealthed that guy.
Although I do sometimes just do the recording in front of her, so... I guess I'm not as stubborn about it because I record fucking constantly and we share an office space, you know? Like, obviously I didn't kick her out every single time throughout the month of August because that would have been quite a lot.
God, it hurts.
Did what the video is gonna be a Bert yet? Rephrase that. Did you watch Die Ragnarok online anime? Like it as a kid because it was Ragnarok but thought it was terrible on rewatch. I've seen a little bit of it and yeah, it was fucking, it's not worth watching. Ben responded to the guy asking about the self-consciousness. He said, "Spastic Surgeon, have you ever felt subconscious about getting your ass kicked by me, Ben Saint, world-famous pugilist and wanted felon in 49 states?"
Oh my god.
Well, you don't seem too into the game, generally pretty disinterested. Might be hard to make a video of substance about it. The opposite. We were way into this game for like the first 16 hours. We're quite deep in at this point.
I'm still into it. It's just like...
Yeah, it's kind of ramped up and gotten interesting again, like just recently.
It's getting very hectic right now. And I'm like adjusting to the, like having to actually... Right? Because before... most of the combat was just like I was able to just like go from guy to guy and that was the motion. Now I actually have to like actively be moving beyond just
I would say we were getting to a point where it was starting to be worrying because they were incorporating more and more stealth segments and those were not fun and the combat was starting to get a little tired. And then just like there was this major like, you know, midpoint event that kind of opened things up in a big way and now it's like a whole new, you know, kind of feel.
Yeah, like now everything's just going ham. And
yeah, it's made the game exciting again. So I would say if anything I'm really excited now because this is gonna... I was worried that my review was going to end with, oh, but then the game peters out as it goes. And now it's like, oh, well, there's like a point where you're going to start getting worried, but then it gets interesting again, you know? I'm sure that was intentional. I'm sure they wanted to make it like, you know, like peaks and valleys in the excitement level, but...
the valleys shouldn't be stealth seconds
really bad. Yeah.
Yeah. The valleys are supposed to be tension and excitement, not quality. I'm just going to go to the next objective, I guess. We should really not risk sputtering out again. Because there are dudes everywhere. Like, just kind of running around and doing side missions is much more complicated now.
The Spastic Surgeon says Spider-Man 2 for the GameCube is one of the greatest games ever made. Changed my mind. A lot of people have that opinion.
I think you need to. I think people generally agree with you.
Yeah. I do think, though, that I would encourage anyone who loves that game to play this one because it seems like a big part of the purpose of this game was to recapture that magic.
Yeah, I mean, agreed.
Like, that's kind of like the mission statement, it feels like, was... Let's combine what everyone loves about
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! I did not realize it was in a quick time. I needed to get out.
I see.
That fucked me up pretty bad. Yeah. The Sable guys are definitely the hardest so far because they have all this tech that just fucks you good.
Do you think there's anything in the game's story that is worth talking about? I mean, it's pretty much just like a comic book storyline.
Standard fare.
It's like most comic book games, it's like they gotta incorporate as many villains as they can and give them a reasonably satisfying arc, and this game does that. Like, it's not bad, but it's obvious. It's exactly what it needs to be, and it's not too intrusive. Like, the most intrusive element is probably just, like, the Mary Jane and Miles Morales stuff, but, like, hopefully those are going to eventuate. Because, like, with Doc Ock, it was obvious where it was going. Like, Doc Ock was intrusive, but you knew that it was going to lead to him becoming Doc Ock.
Yeah, the point was, like, you were actively, through gameplay, helping him become the villain that was going to give you the hardest time.
Right.
Which is kind of cool.
So if the Miles Morales subplot eventuates into something, then it may be ultimately worth it. I don't know what's going to come of the MJ subplot, because it's just kind of relationship drama, which just kind of gives Peter Parker something emotionally to be dealing with in the narrative, you know. But It's also kind of interesting because the game sort of like implies that you've been Spider-Man for a while,
right?
But like all of the villains you fought have been like the the shit tier villains, like he's used to fighting like Electro and Rhino, fucking and Scorpion and shit because he put them all in jail. But like the first big villain in this game was Mr. Negative, and then now Doc Ock is running around, and probably Green Goblin's going to be running around before the end. So, it's been like it's like, oh, Spider-Man's, we've been doing this for a while, but now he's escalating to like the next stage of fucking guys, and he's been with, like, him and MJ were, I guess, broken up at the start of the game, you said?
Yeah, they still technically are.
Yeah, but they're like trying to rekindle, I guess. Trying to figure out what's going on. And then Miles is like having his like origin arc throughout this game, but again, if it doesn't eventuate with you like web slinging as him by the end, it's gonna be disappointing.
Like, oh, he gets his powers at the end, but it's a DLC if you want to play as him. It's just like, oh.
I could easily see them making like a later DLC where it's like a whole like a like a small campaign for him kind of thing.
Right.
I didn't even think about DLC, but like that is so obvious that it's got to be a thing with this game.
Yeah, I mean, all they have to do is basically just make another costume and shrink the model down a little bit because the model is smaller. They already have like 50 costumes. Can I like level anything up right now?
Digi, I color-coded your analysis blogs to teach myself to write. Where do I fall on the autism spectrum? I don't know. I'm really curious. I want to see this broken down.
Oh,
that looks cool.
I can't.
Are you Iron Man or something?
Well, that's the Iron Spider suit, and
shit.
Its power: iron arms, wreak havoc with 4 articulated arms made from rapidly grown monoatomic iron alloy crystals. That just made me come just reading that. And I don't have enough tokens to make it, and I'm very upset right now.
Go get some tokens, dude. It ain't that hard.
I don't know where I get challenge tokens from. I'm surprised I only have one of them.
Well, I mean, I assume you've been spending them on all the other suits.
I guess so. I just don't know which events I need to do to get challenge tokens.
Aren't they just pretty... I think they're just typical. I think you get them from random encounters.
No, like those are crime tokens for stopping crimes and stuff. Alright, I don't know how these guys are just like spotting me as I'm just kind of chilling. Don't like that. One of the annoying things so far with the snipers and the rocket launcher guys is that it doesn't matter how far away you are. If they lock onto you and you don't dodge, you will get hit.
Okay, bonus. So would the bonus objectives not be how you get the...
No, that's just crime tokens for stopping random crimes and stuff. Challenge tokens are something else. Yeah, look it up.
I am.
Probably something gay, like you gotta fly through some rings or some stupid
How to get challenge tokens in Marvel Spider-Man. Okay. Challenge tokens are one of the currencies. Blah blah blah. You're just rephrasing the same thing 6 times. Thank you. This is not... Okay, hold on. This is not helpful. You need to complete challenges scattered across the city. Depending on your score, you'll receive anywhere from 1 to 3 challenge tokens. So that's it. Somehow there were 4 paragraphs to say that. Okay, so the ways you get them are either progress through the main story. Shortly after you rescue the chief financial officer of Fisk Soul Company, you'll get another mission to investigate a mysterious box atop a roof. Head to the mission objective and story mission so you cannot miss it. And that'll unlock the challenge recon points. So I guess you already did that. So I think it's just random challenges around the city. Yes, Ben says you get challenge tokens from Taskmaster challenges. I assume he's referring to something completely unrelated.
Oh god, no, that's the bomb thing. That's probably where I got the first one from. I only did one of those.
Why would he know that? Just was he paying more attention than we were to the game we were playing?
You know, that wouldn't surprise me. Oh, that was sick.
So is Iron Games only going to feature Digi's voice, or will Tom... I was planning to have you do the voice in the video.
The whole thing?
Why not?
I mean, I don't mind. I just kind of surprised, so.
I just think that you have a more agreeable voice.
Maybe.
Because the way... It seems that the way I talk gives people the impression that I am a pretentious douchebag. Just something about my speaking cadence. People always tell me that I, like, speak with authority on things and that, like, I come off like...
I mean, I definitely get that vibe sometimes. I think that's just because the authority is not so much... You're speaking with authority like, this is my opinion and this is what it is. But people take that as, this is the truth.
Right. And I just think that you have a more, like, relaxed and subdued, like, you know... Like, you have, like, a chilled out voice compared to me. I mean, you can do a more, like, hurried voice, but, like, I'm just gonna direct you on how I want you to sound. But, like, I think, like, if I did a video... Like, the first sentence of this video that I have planned is, because the video is going to be called, like, Marvel Spider-Man, an open world game for people who hate open world games. And so the first thing I'm going to say is, like...
Oh my god!
Like, open world games have been, like, massively popular... This is just paraphrasing, because I'll write it better in the end. But, like, open world games have been massively popular ever since technology good enough to make them possible, right? And, like, just the way I see myself reading that would be, like... Open world games have been massively popular ever since blah. It's just like really snooty, and the way I imagine you saying it would be like, open world games have been massively popular ever since whatever. And it's just like a little more chilled out, you know.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I don't know. I just feel like the gaming, I feel like the gaming populace will respond better to your voice than mine, you know. But we'll see. Maybe we'll switch it up depending on the video.
Oh god, it hurts. Everything hurts. Please don't let me die. Please don't let me die.
Ben said he was telling you about how to get challenge tokens because he hates the stupid 90s costume and wants it to die.
Oh, what? This is the coolest shit ever.
I'm kind of surprised that Ben doesn't like it, because Ben is into edgy shit, just like you are.
I mean, I don't just call this edgy. I just call it 90s.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe it's not edgy enough for Ben. He would probably prefer like a blacker, you know, more like gothy edge.
I mean, there is one.
Yeah.
Could do that.
There's a few that I think he would be into.
Oh god, I just need to kill this last guy.
So basically I colored the primary claim as yellow, examples as blue, and interpretation/analysis as orange. I would link something, but I don't know if they would get me banned. They wouldn't probably get you banned, but the link would not work. Then he follows that model for his own writing. That's interesting. I don't think that's very autistic at all, actually, because I think that's how most people, like, learn to write, is, like, more formulaically. I'm kind of surprised that my videos or my scripts are, like, easy enough to break down that way, because I definitely don't construct them like that. And I would say that, like, I'm very curious to know if, like, a pattern has emerged for you. Like, does it seem like I take a regular approach to how I frame the videos? Because, like, I certainly do not approach it with, like, the mindset of structuring it a certain way, you know? All of my videos are, like, train of consciousness, basically.
Is this more of a Ben Sane costume, do you think?
Talk to your wife who says, maybe take out the tower before fighting everyone. That's definitely more of a Ben Sane costume. It looks like a Monster Energy can.
Yeah.
I would also say that the yellow and black one would be a Ben Sane costume. That might be even more Ben Sane because of the eyes. I think he'd dig the face on that. I don't know. Ben, let us know. Which one do you like more, the yellow or the green?
I'm going for this one, though. I want my iron arms.
Well, you don't have it yet, though.
I know, but I don't have any of those unlocked yet, either.
Oh,
I had that one unlocked on the other file, remember?
Oh, I just assumed that you, like, having them meant they were unlocked.
No, they're just available for purchase.
Oh.
So.
Oh.
I got this one. This one's a little bit edgier. I can go for this one. This is the one that the power I'm using originally came from. Maybe this will be more...
Do you think the inevitable sequel to this game will be able to add enough depth to justify another game? I think that if they... I think they'd be more likely to just milk this with DLC for like 3 solid years before they would even attempt a sequel. And if they did make a sequel, I don't know... Because, like, you can't take Spider-Man out of New York. So the setting's not going to change. I can't imagine they'd do much with the movement to change it because the movement's already like impeccable. I don't know. I don't think they'll make a sequel. Do you think they'll make a sequel to this?
No, they'll probably just make another Spider-Man game at some point.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have another Insomniac Spider-Man. So like,
I'm guaranteed you Insomniac's probably going to take this tech and make a new IP with it.
That's very possible too. I wouldn't be surprised if we got like some DLC, but I don't know if they would make another game. The only way it would make sense is if they took like the Arkham City approach of just like making the story total madness and like having the whole city just be different. Like if fucking New York got hit with a meteor or something and there was like mangled shit everywhere and like rails that you could grind throughout the city like Sunset Overdrive or something, like maybe that could work. But like it would just probably feel not very Spider-Man. Or if they took the approach of like making it Spider-Man in more of a combined universe with other like Avengers and like, you know, like
I mean even the Spider-Man for N64 did that. There was tons of cameos by the characters.
Like if they made it like, you know, if it was some kind of more like Spider-Man involved in a chaotic apocalyptic scenario that would be more befitting of the bigger characters, you know, not bigger as in more famous, but bigger as in like guys who deal with bigger shit.
Oh god, I didn't realize the place we all work at is burning down. I guess I missed that part in the story.
And if they did make a sequel like that, I do think they could add depth to the mechanics just by fucking up New York in an interesting way, you know? Is that both Miles and Aunt May?
Yeah.
Save your whole fucking squad.
Glad everybody else is just fucking dead, except for the two people we actually give a fuck about.
And your girlfriend. Your whole squad is here.
I think it's funny how I just got the unlockable item from the backpack called Spidey Squad, and then here they are. Oh man, Peter's
Ben says that he likes the yellow over the green, and that he really likes the look of the iron suit though. So he's behind you on the iron suit.
Alright, sick. We're going for it. Oh, see, if MJ wasn't there, Peter would have let him die. So that was like subtextual. Oh, thanks, Miles. You did it. They're all working together. You're missing all this friendship shit.
Shit. It's Uncharted. I really like both MJ and Miles' character designs in this game, but Spider-Man, Peter Parker himself looks like a fucking shit.
Well, when you get hit by supervillains in the face as many times as he did, you know.
True. I just think they tried to make him kind of look like Andrew Garfield, and that was not the way to go.
No. Oh well. At least you don't see him very often.
He's gonna realize that he can't do it alone.
Oh, is that what they were trying to go for with the story?
Can't do it alone.
Hard being
Did he just like interrupt when they were about to fucking smooch or some shit?
I don't know.
Are they about to get down? Fuck.
That's right. The city is in danger. It needs our help.
Yes, all of our help. I am humble now. I know you guys are fucking badasses.
Ms. Watson, we need an anti-serum for Devil's Reign. Oscorp's developing so there's no way they can keep it safe from Octavius. We need to find the cure and protect it.
She's done some
Leads. What the fuck is Feast? Is that their thing where they feed the people? The homeless thing? That's kind of like a weirdly that name seems like a hero or villain group, you know?
Right.
It's like a weirdly comic book name for a soup kitchen. Okay, so Miles is officially your fucking Robin now.
He is officially Spider Boy.
Yeah.
Come on, show me what you got in this
The hell's a what? Water smorgasbord? What?
He
Does he have like a variety of waters?
He did. That was the joke. He came in.
see.
He's like, I don't know what kind of water you want, so just brought everything.
I see. Y'all want some Dasani? Y'all want some fucking Deer Park? Some Avion? Perrier? I
have 10 skill points? Have I been leveling up like a motherfucker from all this fighting?
One of my friends growing up was named Avion,
Oh.
and his younger brother was named Perrier. His mom was like just going through waters as the naming scheme of her children.
That's amazing.
I really want to devise for when I start having children some kind of naming scheme, because I've always thought it was cool. Like I have cousins whose names
this is gonna help.
count up like letters. Like the first one's name starts with an A, then B, C, D, E, and then like May's brothers and sisters, all their names start with A. So that was obviously, well, yeah, because anyway, they all start with an A, and then what was the other? Oh yeah, I was just describing the Avion Perrier situation. So basically, what I'm saying is naming schemes are cool. I dig it. Since you asked about a pattern, you have a tendency to have a 50-50 balance of examples from the show and analysis, and then at some point it breaks into long sections of analysis with examples to support along the way, sort of like a crescendo. I don't know if that makes sense, though. It does make sense. How would you power rank the K-On! Girls? They're all equal power. Ben says, hashtag let May play. May's not here, only Mark is here.
Yeah.
The only people who are part of the I Am Games cast are Tom Games Oliver, Digi Games Bro, and Mark Games Mark. Also known as Oh Hi Mark.
That's my full name.
Yes, Oh Hi Mark.
Ohio Mark.
If you got the impression from my gestures and or speech that May was here, then that's gonna be a major go, man. That's a big go, man. Nasai on my part. Oh, radio ain't a big old go, man. Nasai on that one.
God, you have enough clout that will catch on. It's gonna make me really upset.
I really hope that can catch on because I love doing it. I like saying "that's a go, men" in a similar fashion to in Inglourious Bastards when he says "that's a bingo."
Oh,
Remember that line? And I'm like, oh, that's a go, man. It's just got that cadence. It's a good. I feel like from the mind that brought you I Am Games comes "that's a go, man."
Speaking of something that came from the mind of I Am Games, just so people know, we didn't know the JoJo shirt was fucked. But we unfucked it.
Yes, if you wanted to get the JoJo meme t-shirt, The JoJo meme T-shirt is for sale on the I Am Games store. I don't know if anyone's bought that yet. I still don't know if anyone's actually bought the I Am Games shirt from Spreadshirt.
We have one I Am Games After Dark purchase I know happened.
Yes.
Whoa, I just got like a ton of like web slinging upgrades and now I just fucking fly.
If you are somebody who has an interest in purchasing an I Am Games shirt, but for some reason there's like a reason you have not done so, let us know. Like, because we managed to sell 12 that we made ourselves, but seemingly none through the actual Spreadshirt site. And I don't know if that's just because people hate Spreadshirt or something.
It's very possible.
So if that's a thing, let us know so that we can rectify this problem.
Yeah, I mean, we can move everything over to Redbubble easily. It's just when we made the Redbubble... I made Redbubble first, but we immediately got banned on Redbubble, and it took like 2 weeks for them to unban us.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I don't know what we did that was so heinous.
Well, you put I Am Games in every field, so that was probably it.
I guess.
And also, I mean, if it's just that people only want to buy them from us, we can potentially set up a system where we just make and sell all of our own shirts, but they will only be available in white, and, you know, we will have, it'll take a little bit longer to fulfill all of them.
Because we have to actually make
Can you explain the vision for the I Am Games brand? We make analysis videos on YouTube, we do live streams on Twitch, and we sell T-shirts. That is the current status of the I Am Games brand.
It's simple,
and we're hoping to involve more people in it, like so that it can be like, you know, a venture that I would like the channel to be something where it's like basically like anybody who's involved can make their own videos for it, as long as they fall within the purview of like a certain stylistic, like there might be like a style Bible that we could devise for the channel, but like, you know, it can have a variety of content if people involved have like different ideas, you know, of like things that they think would be with, you know, within the realm of what people want from our channel. Like that's why I was really encouraging you to do that like modding videos if you wanted to go through with that. Whether or not any kind of Patreon will be set up for it will really depend on how excited people are over it. Like,
agreed. Yeah. I mean, I would appreciate it, being the poor man that I am.
Right.
But it's not for me to decide, unfortunately.
Well, it is partially for you to decide.
Well, it's not for me to decide if you want to spend money on this endeavor.
Oh.
I can't tell you how to spend your money. Only you can do that. Fair viewer.
Yeah. You also need to make the shirt, but with I Make Games. I mean, they probably have a much more limited audience, but
we need to make I Am Games.
Yeah, I Am Games would be a fun one. I also, oh god, I thought of a, oh yeah, I thought about Be the Games You Want to See. As a, I don't know if that would be more of a T-shirt or just a tagline of some sort, but I do think it's hilarious.
Be the games you want to see in the world.
Jumonzukai says Redbubble is ass.
Okay. Noted.
Low Poly Mental says I would like to, I just can't afford it right now. Zargi says if I get money, I will buy one of those if you make it. Do you mean if we make it ourselves, or do you just mean if it exists? Because it does exist. Is there an I Am Games YouTube channel? Yes, Saint Comics. You can go to iamgames.fun right now. Type iamgames.fun into your browser, and it will in fact take you to the I Am Games YouTube channel. Currently, the only content there is in playlists, so if you go to the playlist tab, you can see the previous live streams that we've done. At least all the Fable ones are up there. I have not yet uploaded the Red Dead. I might have even uploaded it and just not made it available yet. Because it takes a while for it to like transfer from Twitch to YouTube, and we usually end these streams at like 6 in the morning, and I'm fucking tired, so I don't remember to upload them.
God. Oh, there's rockets now. Oh, okay.
Oh, Zargi said if we make the I Make Games shirt, he would buy one. That's what he meant. He also seems to appreciate Be the Games You Want to See. Whichever website you use to make the PCP shirts would be best because those shirts are comfy. I didn't care if it was Spreadshirt or not. Isn't it Spreadshirt that we have like a store for PCP on it? I assume that's what he means, not the ones that you made yourself.
I don't know. I didn't even know we had a PCP store. I kind of forgot.
Yeah, we have a Spreadshirt for PCP, so I think it's the same shit. Did that cost you money to make that link redirect like that? Yeah.
Yeah,
of course.
unfortunately.
I mean, it was only like...
It wasn't a lot,
it was like
but
$12
it's enough.
a year or something like that. It's like $12 for the first year and like $30 a year after that or something. It was a negligible price to have such a powerful link as imgames.fun.
If only we could have imgames.game.
I wanted im.games, but that was going to be like $200 a year or some shit, and I was like,
not yet.
Maybe if this becomes ludicrously fucking lucrative. But I just wanted to have some kind of imgames URL before I could get undercut on it, you know? Because like we want to be very forthright about the fact that we like have this as a business venture so that we have a protected trademark. Because I looked up in trademark law that basically as long as you can like prove that you are using the thing, then like you can defend your use of it in court. Like you can sue people if they steal a thing that you've been clearly using for profit, you know? So yeah.
Oh god. I can't see where I am. What's going on?
How will you filter people that can contribute to the channel? Can just anyone submit? No. Why would that? No. I'm not saying it would just be all kinds of fucking people running around. I mean, like, you know, basically, for now, I'm like the only people who I really plan to have involved are me, Tom, and Ben, because we all live here and can do live streams together. And like, Ben is also really into games and has a unique perspective on games that would be potentially fun to, you know, to involve.
Oh, come on.
But you know. We don't want to have too many people involved, because then we gotta start splitting the fucking proceeds.
Oh, God, ow. I was doing so well.
Though so far, Tom has not paid me any share of the I Am Games t-shirt.
I remember that yesterday, because we were talking about splitting the money for the streaming PC. I was like, how was I going to send it? I was like, oh wait, I never even sent you the money, because I haven't calculated what the total was after shipping and everything either.
Tom never sent me the $25 that I made on the t-shirts that we made together 5 years ago.
I did that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Yeah, because we joked about this like 2 or 3 years ago. That I never
so
sent
you
money,
did, and you did do that? That's hilarious.
So,
I don't think I expected you to, so I probably didn't notice when you did.
No. I'm good on my shit, dude. I may be a Jew, but I'm not a dirty Jew.
I mean, I totally understand.
Jew.
I have paid people back like 5 years later before for shit. There was a time where my friend Donson bought me the first 3 volumes of Robot, which is this art book collection, because he had found them on like Yahoo auctions or whatever, and like he was like, hey, they're $20 a piece, do you want them? And I was like, yeah, I'll buy them buy them for me and I'll pay you back when I get a job. And I was like 16 at the time, and I was like planning to get like a summer job or something. I did not get a job until Target when I was like 22. So finally, after like 6 years, when I got a job, like my first paycheck, I gave him $60. It was like, there you go. I stayed true, and he didn't even get mad like that whole time, because he was just like, yeah, you said when you get a job, like I
signed up for this.
Yeah, I fucking agreed to that, so I understand. I made good on it. And I felt really bad. Do you have a This Ain't That t-shirt? And if you don't, can you make one? Yeah, I should make that.
Yeah, you should.
Because that's also one of my catchphrases. Have you heard about this, Tom?
This ain't that?
Yeah, This Ain't That.
I've not.
It's something I came up with it on the pub crawl. Actually, Cider might have said it first. No, maybe I did. But like
Do this rocket.
I was the one who was like, hey, that should be a thing. And I've said it in like a couple of videos, but I want it to be, because of the fact that like people often will like try to take something you say and make it out that it's like read more into it, you know? like this ain't that is a response to that action. Do you know what I mean?
Vaguely, yeah.
Like if I were to say, like okay, for example, that whole we talked about this in a previous live stream, the whole Crunchyroll thing where like I was criticizing the High Guardian Spice trailer for the shit they did, and then it got accused of being like conservative. Like my response to that would be, this ain't that. Like that's not what this is. This is about something. This is just cut and dry. This is exactly what I said. There's no ulterior motive here. This ain't that. You know.
All right. We're at 66% game completion. All right. I'm looking for.
The Spastic Surgeon says, give Mage her own series called The Dreamcast so she doesn't have to curse the podcast with her stories. And it would satisfy the people that do care about them. That would be hilarious.
I can't fast travel, but I can fast travel.
I'm amazed there are people who... I won't lie, like, I talk about my dreams with May, usually right after waking up, and, like, because usually, like, I don't think dreams are inherently uninteresting. It's just that you need to know the person well enough to kind of have some sense of what the dream might symbolize for them. Because, like, dreams, they don't have, like, a clear meaning, but there's usually something you can get out of it. Like, for me, I dream the most when I'm stressed out or when, like, there's something I'm trying to process in my mind about what I've learned recently. And so, like, the dream has some relevance to that. And so, like, when someone's telling me about their dreams, I want to know, what do you think you're trying to work through in your mind? Like, what does this dream seem to symbolize for you? But just, like, the actual description of the dream is fucking boring because I can't visualize it. Like, dreams are too esoteric to, like, really get your own mental vision of, like, what it is. Like, I struggle to even describe a dream myself, and when I listen to other people try, I hear them struggling, and I'm like, I get why this was exciting for you, but, like, unless you're gonna fucking write it as a book, like, unless you're gonna put the effort to make this as engrossing as an actual story, then, it's not going to be, you know?
Remember when I made a joke that challenge tokens were gonna be, like, flying through rings and shit? That was a joke game. I wasn't seriously trying to...
I knew there had to be some kind of stuff like this in the game. Like, I was kind of surprised that this wasn't, like, what the regular missions are. And again, this is why I consider this, like, this game to be open world game for people who hate open world games, because this kind of shit is, like, so optional as to be considered challenge token. Granted, you know, if you want the other suits, you gotta do some bullshit, but, I mean, this doesn't seem unfun. It's based on the movement mechanics,
right,
which are the...
This isn't Superman 64 levels of pain, so yeah. I'll take it. I don't think it's considered.
And it's not, like, fucking your... Because, like, with a lot of these... With so many of the open world games, like, the movement mechanics are the worst part, and so when you have a whole challenge based on them, it's like, oh god, I have to fucking wrestle the controller to fucking drive through the checkpoints or some shit, crashing into shit everywhere because it's, you know...
Gimme. Whoa, I just got another new suit. Look at this one.
Whoa. That's not as cool as the other.
Blitz. Micro gyros allow for faster sprinting. I don't give a shit, but I want my robot arms, dude. I'm gonna fight Doc Ock. I need some arms of my own.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Here we go. Oh, dude, look at those eyes. That is sick as fuck.
Ben does not live here. He just lives in Boston. But, Herbal says, Ben is really into games. I thought he was just into Undertale. No, Ben is the best at video games of anyone I've ever known. Like, he plays, like, the hardest games and is good at them.
If any of us are games, it's probably Ben.
Yeah. It's just that Ben is only interested in games that are, like, super innovative.
He's so games, like, he wouldn't be into this game, because it's not a game to him.
Yeah.
It's like a pacifier for babies.
Ben likes games like Dwarf Fortress and fucking Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup and, like, just shit that makes my brain melt to even look at. Why is IM Games back? What happened? Why did the stream go down? We took a break.
Yeah, we decided to take a break.
We were fucking tired and our brains were melting. and like a major shift in the gameplay had happened, and Tom wasn't quite processing it yet.
Yeah, I was too burnt out.
But now that we're back in the saddle, this game has been back up to snuff again. It's I'd say it's reached back to the level of excitement.
Unfortunately, I can't get too excited because I know from the comments last time that there's one more Mary Jane segment.
Yeah, hopefully it's sooner than later, so we can just get it over with.
I would appreciate that.
Digi, I got into pub crawl recently. Really enjoy it. I'm glad to hear it after years of ignoring it. I'm glad to hear that. This ain't that is too similar to this ain't it, Chief, but the meaning is totally different. And I also don't like the this ain't it meme. I think it's pretentious. Because it just makes you sound... I think it makes whoever says it sound like a dick.
It's because they're trying to be a dick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get that that's why they think it's funny, but I just am not a fan of, like, dickhead memes. This ain't that is a self-defense meme, you know?
Right.
And it's like cocky and, like, self-assured, but, like, it is in defense of yourself. So I think that makes it more potent.
One's a sword, the other's a shield.
Yeah. This ain't that I would describe as, like, a shield, like, counter. Like, it's like a bam, you know, knock the sword back. This ain't that, bitch. You know? Can you and Tom argue whether analysis is art right now? Analysis is art.
Yeah, I disagree.
Fucking Oscar Wilde wrote a whole thing about it like 100 years ago. It's great. Has he 1cc'd any Toho games on Lunatic? I had Ben play Toho one time, and he didn't get that into it. Probably because I think Ben would have more fun with Toho if he had somebody who could explain the deeper mechanics of it to him. Because like just playing the games like in a standard way is less interesting than like you know, trying to like maximize your points and everything, and like I think he would be interested in something like the UFO system in the fucking unidentified fantastic object, but someone would have to be around who could explain to him why it was cool, and I am not good enough at Toho to do that. This game combines elements from almost every interpretation of Spider-Man. I don't think that always the way to go with comic characters, because one version of a superhero can't contradict the entire point of a different interpretation of that superhero. For example, I don't like the ideal of Peter being an adult. It takes away from the tone of him getting in way over his head. I disagree with that. I mean, even adults are in over their heads. That's just like the state of life. There was I think Jesse was the one who was saying that like his biggest problem with the Spider-Man movies is that like they won't let Peter grow up, that like they keep starting from him as a teen, and like a lot of his most interesting stories in the comics are from him as a grown-up. I don't have much of an opinion on that myself, but I am refreshed by it not being him as a teen, like, because that we've seen that story so many fucking times now, like.
Right.
I want the character to... I guess I just want all of my characters to be grown-ups because I'm a grown-up now, and it's just a lot easier for me to connect with a character who is dealing with adult issues, you know? I always knew this day was coming because all the adults I knew who were into stuff were always like, oh, I wish there were more adult characters. Especially in anime. But the best thing about, like a lot of the best anime are the ones where there's like a strong cast of both teen and adult characters, because you love it when you're young for the young characters, and then you love it when you're grown for the grown characters, you know? Yeah. Alright, Digibro is taking the control. Follow the trail. Follow the musty trail. I'm running. I'm gunning. I'm dunning. I'm a big boy. The trail just seems to be like going in circles around this fucking building. Okay, alright. Where are you leading me, trail? You leading me here? You leading me there? Damning the scent, damn the flow of information. That's how you control the population. It just seems to end here. Or is this where it began and I have run backwards? One day everything will end and then it will restart. I would only like to be here for as long as we are. Let me be here when the lights shut off, when the space shutters one last cough. Then I'll be ready to accept what is not. Unless my will is real and I crush Nihil and my soul can really carry on. Alright, so here's... Maybe... Okay, you gotta do something here before you move on. That would be why. Weird that the, like, scent just continued on past that point. Well, this is moody. Pew! Pew, pew, pew! Skeeting ropes! Skeeting ropes! Tom needs to finish pissing so I can piss, goddammit. He got up right when I was gonna get up. Must be some way to hit the lights. Fuck the lights. Fuck.
Kill me yet?
No, I found the way.
Oh, thank God.
But I didn't walk because I didn't want to fucking spoil it.
Oh, okay. I'm in a thing now.
Protoculturati says, I really recommend Pub Crawl episode 81, The Normie Barrier. It's the best episode IMO. And he says, I watched that yesterday. It's so good, I agree. Well, there you go. I've never been able to, like, tell, like, when people ask me where do I start with the pub crawl, I'm like, I have no fucking idea because I've never listened to it back. So, I guess episode 81, The Normie Barrier. I mean, it sounds like it was designed to be like, you know.
If you can't take this, you can't take the pub crawl.
Ben playing Downwell was mesmerizing. You got to get him to beat it on IM Games or something. We could probably do that. I mean, Downwell's pretty irrelevant at this point. Fucking Matthew Matosis did a whole in-depth analysis of it, so we don't need to.
Corrupt liar.
Are we gonna get Comfy Cast back anytime soon? Possibly. May has expressed interest in doing a Comfy Cast, but she's also expressed interest in not doing podcasts anymore, so it's debatable. A couple people's talking about how much they love Comfy Cast in here.
I never listened to Comfy Cast.
It's fun. It's a good. I miss corrupting your kids in general. If we do it, we'll probably just bring it to After Dark because, frankly, like, the whole splitting channels thing did not really result in anything. Like, I made all these alt channels with the idea that each of them could have their own growth potential, but like it just takes too much work to put into those channels to like make that happen. Like, you know, any channel you have to put in the same level of effort to grow it, and so I'm just like, fuck it, let's fuse it all back together. I don't give a shit.
Whoa, this is weird.
If anybody complains about what I post on After Dark, they can get fucked.
So Otto apparently has been working with all these guys this entire time. There's like this is like we're in his lab or some shit. That's
Makes
fucking
sense.
weird.
I mean, he's probably been planning to do this because he wants to kill Oscorp.
The only reason I find this weird is that like they were implying heavily with working on the arms that the arms would like totally change his personality, and like that seemed to be like, oh, as soon as he got that implant very recently, that's why he was going to become crazy. But this is implying, no, this has been planned forever.
Yeah.
So,
I've super got a shit, so I'm going to leave you to entertain for a little bit.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, boy. Boiling guts is rough. Can't relax till the dude relax. Till the dude fast.
Alright, so I guess Otto's springing all these guys from their baggage so they'll all suck his dick for free.
Old man vulture.
Alright. So Otto's been a douchebag this whole time. So Peter made a huge, fucking massive lapse in judgment here. I think Electro does eventually become pure energy in the comics.
What's this now? I must have used this map to plan. It's blank. Unless there's something here I'm missing. What happened? Must be a way to get that lamp on. Otto's task is always to destroy industrial buildings throughout the city. He's trying to take control of them piece by piece.
Fantastic. Alright, what else we gotta do? What else we gotta look at? Oh, there's something over there. I may have missed? I don't know.
Otto's rage is driving. The interface is exacerbated. His hate is genuine. He'll destroy the whole city to hurt Norman.
Alright. What the fuck? No.
He's going after the devil's breath anti-serum, using something called Icarus. What's Vulture doing in True Square? I need to keep my guard up. Electro's disabling Oscorp power plants. Makes sense. Seems like the last stage of the plan is a direct assault on Oscorp. And most likely, Norman's targeting Oscorp's shoreline. Which is he hitting first? And why? Scorpion must be trying to poison the city's reservoir. Another Oscorp property.
Alright. Guess I haven't hit all the little things I need to fucking hit. Oh no, I can't click that anymore, right? Alright.
Electro's big pipe dream is to become pure energy. Doc actually managed to modify his voice to get a little closer to that goal. Power source for Vulture's wings gave him spinal cancer. And Otto's developing an experimental treatment to save him. Scorpion's hoping in exchange for a clean slate. Criminal record expunge.
boy. Fucking finally. I just took the big nasty shit I've been waiting like 4 days for. I feel so... Allow me to regale you all with the tale once more.
Do we need to know?
The unabridged story, now that I think it is reaching its conclusion. It all began 4 nights ago. I was... Wait, 4 nights ago? Did we start this was it yesterday that I was dying or today?
It was 2 days ago. Because we didn't...
Did we games last night?
We did games last night,
That's
but it
right.
was the day before
That's
that you were
right.
dying.
Okay. We've been gamesing for so long, I like couldn't remember how long we've been gamesing for.
I hear that, dude. My chakras are totally fucking blitzed with games right now.
So, 4 days ago, I became constipated. And my guts felt like shit. The whole bottom layer, everything down there was like, ugh. And it started to really hurt, so I was like, fuck, we gotta fucking rush to Walgreens and get some fucking Dukalax. So we rush to Walgreens and we get some Dukalax. And I'm like in so much pain, I'm like fucking taking it in the car. I'm like, grab me some fucking water bottle that's in the side arm of the car. Like, I'm like freaking out because my guts hurt so much. So I take the Dukalax and it calms the pain, but I don't poop. Nothing comes out. I'm real disappointed, but I feel better and go to bed. Wake up the next day, try to poop, but it's just like 2 little slivers of super soft like soy boy poops. And I was like, what are these little fucking slivers? I've never seen poop look like that before. I was like, is this what Dukalax does, I guess? But why is it so little? It feels like I'm massively backed up. But then it starts to hurt really bad. So May's like, let's go get some coffee. I want a coffee. And I was like, yeah, cool. Like, maybe... Because I've read, like, you know, exercise and can help. And, like, I know coffee makes me shit. So we walk down to the convenience store. And the whole way, I'm, like, fucking... Like, I won't stop whining. Like, literally, it's all that's on my mind. I'm, like, zoned out. And all I can think about is how bad my fucking guts hurt. Whoa. That's a snowy white Alolan Vulpix Build-A-Bear. It's pretty fucking cute. I can get that for you. I can safely say if I bought that for you, I would have to say that every girl I've ever dated, I've bought a Vulpix plushie or given one. And I gifted my ex a Vulpix plushie, and my mom was really pissed off about it because she was like, we're never gonna see that Vulpix again because you gave it to that fucking cunt. And I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't value the Vulpix plushie at all, so I don't care. But the Alolan one's much cuter. Anyway. So, we're talking about my poop. I'm trying to remember the story now. I got distracted by the Vulpix. It's all good.
It was a shitty story anyway.
It is a shitty story. Eventually. It starts off as a fucking not shitty at all story, which is really the sad part about it. Yeah. So he's gonna go kill that motherfucker, right? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, he's gonna... The plan is to just destroy everything that, like, Norman has in order to make him, like, look incompetent and then kill him. To ruin his legacy and to fucking make him a dead guy.
So,
I don't know. I just clicked on a lot of things. No, I gotta click on something else.
So anyways, so we're walking to get the coffee. I'm fucking dying. I won't stop complaining about it. Like, I literally can't get my mind off of it. I can't think about anything else. And I'm like, as soon as we get back, I'm going right to the toilet. So I go straight to the toilet. I'm like guzzling this coffee, trying to shit. And I get like another 2 little soy boy pieces out, nothing further. And I'm like, what's going on? So I then proceed to spend the next like hour and a half like standing and sitting on the toilet, just like walking around, looking shit up, like trying to do exercises and stuff. And like every time I get up and try to leave the room, I feel like this overpowering need to shit. So I go back to the toilet and like another tiny soy boy piece comes out, but no dice on the big load. And I'm sorry, there's like a major cutscene happening right now, so I feel like I should postpone my story. about my poop for a moment. Oh, get fucked. So is Vulture like one of the more intelligent of the guys, or is he just like...
He's a smart guy.
He was not really established in the game at all up until the prison break, right?
No. He's just like one of the first villains Peter's ever fought, like just in the comics.
Did he design his flight apparatus, or?
Yeah. If you were reading the things, like the thing.
Well, I was taking shit while you were reading the things.
They all had problems, and Octavius has solved it all for him. One of the things is the power source that powers his wings just gave him spinal cancer, so Octavius is like curing him of his cancer.
I see. What's Electro's problem?
He wants to become pure energy.
What?
Yeah.
Alright. Like, does he just not want to exist as a human?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be human.
Does he expect to have consciousness if he becomes pure energy?
Yes.
Okay, is that's not possible.
Well, I mean, is anything that's happening in this game possible?
No, I guess not. But most of it seems at least pseudo-scientific. So how many of these guys have, like, superpowers, and how many of them are just, like, science shit? Like, I guess Electro actually can control electricity.
I think he's the only one. Use web shooters.
What about Rhino? What's his...
Rhino does not have superpowers. He's just a dumb thug with a really cool suit.
I see. How did he get his suit?
I don't know. That's actually a good question.
What about that other... Wasn't there, like, a separate electricity-based guy you were fighting earlier in the game?
Shocker. He's not technically electricity. It's like shock waves.
Oh, sure. That's so different.
Well, it's like concussive force instead of electricity.
See. Was he the... No, there was... The other guy in the third movie was Sandman, right?
Right.
And he's not in this, though, I take it. Who's the pumpkin throwing guy? Is that Green Goblin?
Green Goblin and Hobgoblin.
Okay.
I don't think those are what you shoot at. I don't...
Press L2 to aim and R1 to destroy Transformers with web shooters. You're not shooting at him, you're shooting Transformers.
Right, I just don't know where the Transformers are.
Those, yeah, there you go.
Same thing as before.
Yeah.
I guess I'm out of range. So I did not.
Now, so Electro is the guy who's played by Jamie Foxx in the movie, right?
Correct.
Okay. Because this is like clearly based off of that scene from Amazing Spider-Man 2, where he's at like the power plant.
I mean, I'm sure they've done that in the comics before.
Yeah, I mean, it just like looks aesthetically the same as in the movie. Granted, I have not seen the movie. I just saw YMS's review where this is all the footage he had, so he played the same like 3 clips from this scene like 100 times.
I gotta say, this is kind of cool that I'm fighting both of them at the same time.
Oh shit! I didn't even realize that was happening. That is sick. Oh,
I don't know if I. Oh, sick! I like grabbed it and threw it back at him.
Yeah, this is cool. So I guess I should continue my shit story.
Really?
So, so I was fucking, I was just like fucking living in the bathroom for like hours. And then eventually I had shit out all the shit. And like my guts didn't all hurt anymore. It was just like one spot in my side. And this made me wonder if it was like something different. Like I thought I was just constipated, but now it seems like I've fucking got something unrelated because it's not moving. It's just like a solitary pain in the side of my gut. And it hurt so fucking bad and so persistently that my body kept telling me, like, go try to poop. But when I sat on the toilet, it was like, clearly nothing's happening. Like, there's no progress being made, so I should just lay down. But when I laid down, it just hurt constantly. And between the pain and eventually trying to use painkillers, I just started hallucinating shit. And it was like I kept passing lightly into sleep and then having weird hallucinations and waking up and just like bouncing between those two for hours and hours and hours. And May was taking care of me, and that was very nice. But like, I start throwing up. So first I throw up the entire coffee in a giant projectile that just like blasts the toilet all over the place. And then later I throw up a whole thing of Mountain Dew. And then later I start to feel better and I come downstairs and I'm watching M. Strange videos because he's the only person with a voice that doesn't have bass in it because he uses such shitty cameras to record his videos. So it was all I could handle. I tried to watch the new Nate video and it was just too much bass. I couldn't watch it. It was upsetting me. So I'm watching M. Strange and trying to chill out and eat a bowl of miso soup, and I was like, everything's fine, I'm good. And then it starts hurting again, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going back to bed. And then I get up, and I have the most epic projectile puke, because it started to come up before I made it to the bathroom, and I was trying to clench it in my teeth until I made it to the toilet, but then a second wave came out behind the first wave, blasting the first wave onto the door of the bathroom. Then I opened the bathroom, and it looked like I fired a railgun, because, I'm from a first-person perspective, so it's just like a giant projectile firing from right below my line of sight, going like, and covering the bathroom in fucking miso soup. Like, there's seaweed everywhere. It was pretty fucking gnarly and terrible. And, but after that, I felt fine. Like, from that point forward, the pain was gone. And then I just sat in my underwear next to Tom, looking like a haggard fucking beast, and just munched half a fucking roll of Ritz, and then May made me an English muffin, and I managed to eat that, and didn't throw them up. So then the next day, it was like I felt better, but it was like the poop still wasn't coming. After all this, there still was no poop, and I was afraid to eat because I was like, what if I throw up anything I try to eat? So I was keeping eating to a minimum. I tried to eat a sub.
Got arms, dude.
Oh fuck! You got fucking. What is going on? When did you get Spidey arms? Oh, is that what the suit thing is?
Yeah, that's the power.
Oh, I didn't realize it was like Octo arms. What do they do exactly?
I think they just give you do more damage.
So you just punch with them?
I guess so. I mean, I'm kind of not in the best spot to figure it out.
That's fucking sick though. All right, let's see if they. Oh, well, you got fucking blasted off.
It's like, I gotta use this. Oh, fuck me. Come on.
So anyways, so I ate half a sub, nothing happening, no poop. But then finally, I start pooping out we've gotten down to 43 viewers. I assume this is because I'm telling this poop story.
Yeah, it's a shitty story.
That or it's because I took a poop. Who knows? I don't know how long we've been at 40 viewers. I really like how most cutscenes transition back into gameplay seamlessly. I know, it's fucking sick. Anyway, all the poops that started coming out were like rocks. Like the hardest thing to push out in the world, but it's just this tiny little fucking pebble in the toilet. It was really disappointing. And it was like I had to pass all these fucking stone-ass shits out of my ass for the last day and a half until finally, just now, I went and took that explosive, diarrhea-ass, fucking whole toilet bowl is brown, liquid spilling from my butt, fucking 10 wipes to get it all clean, big shit that I've been waiting for. Oh, I skipped the part where, we ate dinner and I, uncontrollably was, fucking farting and burping like a fucking madman. Every orifice was nothing but fucking gas everywhere. And that was how I knew it was coming. That was how I knew I'd broken the last barrier. Also, I wrote a song about it while I was shitting. I wrote a song called Boiling Guts, which you can hear on my new mixtape, the Fuck Off mixtape. The reason I had to tell this story is because every time the best thing about writing your own music is that I always have songs that get stuck. Oh, is he is he gonna pass out and miss all the important shit? He wakes up in the city, he's fucking nuked. That would be dramatic. They're obviously loading in it's probably just to make it daytime, because it has been night for quite some time.
Or it might just be to load the city after it loaded that special area for the fight.
Right. But I think they also wanted to make it because it's been night ever since the prisoners broke out. So
right.
I think they were trying to keep you in a heightened state of tension up through that boss fight, and now it's chilled again. I bet you anything the next MJ segment is the next mission.
I don't want to think about those sort of things.
But anyways, the best thing about making your own music is that if you're like me and you get songs stuck in your head that relate to Like, you know, like you're doing something and then you think of a song that reminds you of that thing. If you write enough songs about stuff that happens in your everyday life, then you can just get your own song stuck in your head. So now every single time I take a shit, I get boiling guts in my head. Which goes, I'm fucking can't relax till the Duke relax, tells the stool to pass, come on out my ass, the gas ain't enough, I need poop to stuff up the toilet, boiling guts is rough.
Beautiful.
So go listen to that. It's set to what was described on YouTube as a Post Malone style beat. So if you want to hear a Post Malone song about taking a shit. Ben says my housemates legitimately think there are poltergeists in the house. Maybe there are, dude. Maybe there are. Alright, let's see what I missed while I was shitting. I don't think people said much of anything while I was shitting. Can Tom please talk while Digi is gone? I guess he's focusing on the game.
I'm not good at multitasking. Hence why I never really stream ever.
I mean, I think that was a good time to be quiet because like all the plot relevant shit was happening at that moment. You know? People seem to enjoy my shit story, so they told me it was brutal and gnarly. It definitely felt brutal and gnarly. I mean, the fact that I was fucking hallucinating for like half a fucking day over my guts hurting so bad was pretty gnarly. I fucking love this aesthetic that's going on right now, by the way. Like, the fact that they managed to make the city look different is,
something I really like right now that's like subtle but nice is that they have all these little like poles in the park, so even though there's no buildings to swing by, you can still blow through the park like it's not a problem.
There is a lot of aesthetic genius in this game. It's not necessarily like the most my aesthetic thing in the world, but I highly appreciate the level of effort they put into art assets in this game. Oh shit! I thought they were going to lower the tension, but they actually kept it up. Even though he reminds me of Scorponok in Beast Wars. You remember Scorponok?
I do remember Scorponok. Oh god, I'm tripping.
Whoa, this is cool. This looks fucking awesome. Like, it's really dope that they even, like, thought, like, hey, let's fucking, how can we utilize Madison Square Garden for a neat set piece? What if we make it look trippy as fuck? Oh, is this a reference to the first game? Do you think that's what this is?
It's very
like
possible.
The green mist covering the lower half of the city.
It does look just like that.
Dude, I think that's what they're going for here. I think this is a big
Scorpion
throwback.
is the first boss in that game.
That has to be what they're going for here.
Scorpion, get over here!
Tell your bitch come here like I work for Midway, nigga. That's a JPEG Mafia lyric there. Damn, is this like a common thing? Didn't this happen recently? I mean, if you heard me talk about this in the last couple days, then it's the same story. I don't think I had constipation it was by far the worst I've ever had, if it's something I've had before. I think there was some circumstance under which I was in a lot of pain recently, but I don't think it was ass related. Can Tom beatbox?
No.
Don't know why they thought you could. I can beatbox.
Do I look in any way anything but like painfully, unfortunately, terminally white to you?
We're both somehow sitting in a way that blocks our branding.
Oh, how unfortunate.
Tom shifts his legs because he knows the branding is more important than his comfort.
I mean,
He
gotta
knows
work
that,
for your art, dude.
Yeah. Gotta sell them fucking shirts. Your arms are actually still blocking the label. It was kind of comical, the way that your legs moved out of the way only for your arms to still be there blocking it like a cartoon.
How did I even hit that poison?
Any opinions on ODB or Wu-Tang? They're good, man. Good guys. I haven't listened to like a shit ton of Wu-Tang, but
Where'd it go?
ODB is dope. Fucking Method Man is dope. Fucking,
Dude, I'm tripping balls right now.
Who's the other guy I really like? Ghostface Killah. Yo,
Whoa.
Digi, any advice for two regular dudes that want to start a podcast as far as structure or anything? All we know is we want to have one, so what should we consider when making it? An idea. More of an idea than the desire to make a... Whoa, what the fuck? Is this like one of those scarecrow sections in the fucking...
Right? I'm like tripping shit right now.
This is like Alice Madness Returns. You ever seen that game?
I've seen it, I've not played it.
Actually, this is like DMC Devil May Cry.
Yeah, that was my first, like, when you get new powers, when you unlock your angel and demon abilities, very much like that.
I definitely didn't expect to see any shit like this in this game.
Nah. Whoa. I can't do anything right now. I'm just enjoying the ride.
See it? You can't move up or down or anything.
Can't do shit. Might be a loading section.
So like you're just like finding plants that make you like trip less? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, you're trying to like make a makeshift like antidote.
That's wild. Was that scene that just happened from taking the plant? Like,
I guess.
was that you healing?
I think it's like because I'm not like in that.
Whoa! Fucking Cthulhu tentacles! Oh, it's a scorpion tail. That makes sense. Well, this is fucking wild. I definitely did not see this coming at all.
No, and I'm about it.
I would consider this spoiler territory.
Yeah, I didn't think there'd be much to spoil aesthetically at this point.
Yeah, this is fucking sick, dude. This is wild.
And it's interesting too to like give Scorpion this angle.
Was it worse than the stomach thing during Radcon 3? I didn't really have... Like, the problem during Radcon 3 was that I couldn't eat. Like, I
He was just that high.
Well, it's more like I wasn't high enough, but it's not just that, but like I generally have difficulty eating when I'm in new scenarios. Like anytime I'm like in a new place or like experiencing something stressful, I have a difficult time eating. And when on top of that, I also, when I was like fucking way too into weed, I was having difficulty in eating if I didn't have weed. So like those two things combined, like, cause I was smoking at Radcon, so it wasn't just that, but it like, all the food in Sharon, Massachusetts is also garbage, by the way. Sharon is a shit town that you should never go to.
It is pretty shit.
Like there was nothing
There's
but
nothing
like
to
fast
share
food,
in Sharon.
and it was pretty disgusting.
I think I'm gonna go on another trip.
Did you, bro? How can one with verbal ineptitude so bad that he types?
Whoa.
Whoa! Never mind. I'm not gonna read that because I'm distracted by cool shit. This is now. What the fuck is that game that looks like this? Spec Ops: The Line.
I haven't played that at all. I don't know anything about it.
There's just like
The
the aesthetic of the ending parts of that game. Bro.
I guess I can't go ham like I usually do in this part.
Yeah. I'm gonna be a little bit more concentrated ham. Did you, bro? How can one with verbal ineptitude so bad that he types can't contradict when he meant can contradict become socially functional to an acceptable degree? Also, I made a backgroundless version of that Fuck off mixtape cover. You want it for shirts or some shit. I'll take that. That sounds fucking dope. Are you the guy who made it in the first place? I think so. Yeah, man, if you're okay with me just using it, like, if you're okay with me just, like, taking that as my own and profiting from it, then
oh god,
yes.
this is kind of confusing. You have to, like, actually know what you're doing.
As for how to become socially functional to an acceptable degree, I am not the person to ask about that.
Yeah, I mean, like...
I am, like, the last person to ask about that. I literally only talk to May and Tom. Like, I don't think I've interacted with another person other than you two in, like since the last time... Like, since going to Rochester and seeing May's family. I don't think I've even said more than a word to another human other than you two in that time. I have to ask... Hey, Mark. Have I spoken to anyone besides you or Tom since going to Rochester? Like, in person? Oh yeah, Zen Huxtable was here. That's right. Zen Huxtable came on like the 1st, so that was like 10 days ago. Yeah, I guess I said some words to the land. I don't actually remember if I said anything to her or just stared at her. I think I said the words, oven broke.
When the people came to, like, do the repairs or whatever outside, you and May both retreated instantly. And, like,
dude, we run away when we see people outside. We're like, please, no, get us away. I don't want to have any human contact whatsoever.
Whoa!
Because I think that us spending so much time together has caused us to forget how to communicate with other people and become more afraid than we were before of them. So we're just like, anyone that's not each other is terrifying. The only reason Tom isn't scary is because I've known him forever. And Tom is also like the softest boy in the world. Tom, I can't imagine you hurting anyone for any reason. Like physically or emotionally.
I try to avoid that, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! Oh, I think blew past where I needed to go. I was getting too good at this web slinging thing.
Is this game Kino? I would say this game's pretty Kino.
It's pretty Kino right now.
I mean, I think overall, like, aesthetically, this game is pretty Kino. Like, if we're just talking about cinematography, I can't ever tell when people say Kino if they mean great film or if they just mean great visuals. So, I would say the visuals of this game are very strong and memorable. I don't know if you're talking about, like, is this game a Gesamtkunstwerk, as the meme goes? Like, is it... Which is just like a meme word for perfect now, but I mean, and granted that's me and Devue's fault. Mostly Devue's fault. Well, I guess Devu probably didn't bastardize it as much as I did, but he's the one who says it all the time. Point being, I don't think the game is perfect, if that's what you mean by Kino, but it is beautiful. No, but you could use the one that my camera is plugged into the computer with. You can unplug it, it's not doing anything. But that's like the best cord of that nature. And then you can just use that and the phone charger, because it's the same. You know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying. I hope. They're laughing about the fact that when you die you dissolve because, you know, JoJo meme.
I wouldn't know.
You didn't see the new movie? The big,
I've never seen any JoJo's.
No, I'm talking about the Age of Ultron. Not Age of Ultron, fucking the other one. The one with the purple boy.
Oh, you dissolve like in...
Yeah.
Fucking, okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel so good.
Yeah,
I literally don't.
All memes are JoJo memes to me now. So.
Oh, alright. I was like, I don't see the JoJo reference.
No.
Oh. Hi. Well, hi, Mark.
Hot take, Ideas was a great idea that needed time to flourish. I agree. what nobody understood about Idea is that the title is just a get that like. It was really bizarre to me the way that people took the whole like weed thing, because like I had been aesthetically using the idea of alcohol in my videos forever, and it had always been a meme. Like most of the time that I was like drinking in videos, it's like my first beer, and it's like you can't even tell the difference between when I'm drunk or sober unless I'm like actually shit-faced. And like there's only a couple videos that were like that, just shit-talking anime YouTubers, the God of War rant, and like you could fucking tell in those videos because I sound sloshed, or like the Bathos vlog, like you could tell I'm fucking drunk in those videos. And like with the stuff where I was high, like unless I made reference to the idea that I was high, no one ever assumed it, like because I was high in every fucking video I made for like 10 months. So like, yeah, it was just like it was a weird time where people were like, drugs, and I'm like, guys, it's funny. It's funny to say that look how high I am, but I guess other people don't think so.
Well, can't please everybody.
I've just always been really into the aesthetic of being like falling apart, you know?
Alright, I guess I did it.
Because I want to communicate to people that I think the world is such a difficult place to come to terms with, that you require, you know, these aids to make it through. It's just part of the Devilman persona, you know? Tom, would you say that you're much of a Devilman? Where would you rank yourself on, like, the Carlin-esque scale?
The Carlin-esque scale?
Yeah.
I'm not
George Carlin?
I don't really know you had a scale.
Well, never mind. Forget I asked him.
I guess I fucked up. I like how just, like, this random encounter is more difficult than the boss sort of conflict I just did.
Sleep for new job or watch Island. I am only watching this while I shit. Game is looking weirder than I ever thought it would be right now. Comma between shit and game. Yeah, I assumed. Why would you watch Island? I assume you're talking about the anime? That shit is fucking garbage. Why would you ever watch that? How far have you gotten with reading JoJo, and are you still enjoying yourself? I am not reading JoJo. I don't know where you got this impression.
Oh god, ah, fuck. Dicks, cocks, and balls.
Damn. Jumanzukai says Elon Musk smoked weed, lol. I mean, I think like anyone with the money to do it.
Well, he smoked weed live on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I mean, like, smoking weed is not weird.
Apparently, he smoked weed, and Tesla dropped a bunch of points on the stock market when they found out.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's really stupid. But I thought it was funny regardless.
I just don't get the, like, I guess because I grew up around, like, exclusively stoners. So to me, it's like super normal, and I always felt like the odd man out for not smoking. Like,
yeah, I mean that's how I felt. All my friends back in the day.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's not like I didn't do it because I didn't want to. Literally, no one ever offered me. Like, in spite of the, like, cause like my cousin Boyd had been a huge stoner in high school, but by the time he like moved in with me, he was like over that phase because like most of his friends had become burnouts, and he just like was trying to avoid that, you know. And then my friend Josh was like a huge stoner, but he like just didn't want to involve me in it because like he was just like involved with a lot of really bad people, but not really because of drug reasons, just because of fucking, you know, otherwise bad life decisions reasons, and like he just didn't want to involve me in something illegal, I guess, for whatever reason. And like, yeah, like I was surrounded by a lot of stoners, but for whatever reason, I never got involved with it. I guess I also never asked, you know, because I was afraid. I was a chicken shit. but then eventually I reached a point where I was like, I need something to change up the game here, because living life on standard mode is not fun all the time. What's going on with the arms? Are they just a thing you just have them out now?
So you know how I had like that focus move where I could make lightning gloves?
Yeah.
That's this suit's version. You get
Okay.
extra arms.
And they just stay out for as long as your focus meter's up, or
Yeah.
what? Okay.
I've yet to use them effectively, so I'm not
Right.
sure how much better they are than the electricity thing. So far, I think it might be a downgrade. But we'll find out.
Did you drop Goku dolls? I know. I just haven't been watching anything because I don't usually watch currently airing anime. I was doing it for a show, and then the show did not get the kind of views I thought it would, so I basically stopped doing it. Like, a lot of, I mean, that's been the story lately. That's kind of why I made that failing as fast as possible video, just to explain, like, you know, if I try to, like, I Am Games, if this does not eventuate into something within, like, a couple of videos, like, if we can't find any success with this, it will cease to be. That's why we haven't put, like, we haven't tried to make it, like, a big thing yet, because if we spent all this time, like, creating tons of assets and, like, figuring out the Twitch and doing all that shit and, like, putting together these huge videos, and then they bombed and, like, nobody gave a shit and we stayed at, like, 100 viewers, then it would be like, wow, we wasted a lot of time. So it's like, you know, we're trying to find a path towards making it a thing before we start, like, really hammering it in, you know. Also, Joe is a retard for letting him smoke on air. I mean, like, tons of shows have people smoke on air.
I mean, it's legal in California, and that's where they were.
Yeah, it's legal in fucking half the goddamn country now. Legal here. You still haven't opened the fucking dispensaries yet, though.
They're gonna drag their asses as much as possible. Speaking
of which, you guys should watch that episode the shit Musk was saying was straight out of Serial Experiments Lane. Yeah, he seems like that type. I'm pretty sure the reason Elon Musk is so obsessed with, like, the shit he does is that he, like, he wants the singularity. Like, he clearly wants to be a brain in a computer as fast as possible.
God, I can't wait. Can't wait to be a machine.
You're a clean machine, you're a clean machine. You guys seen Alex Jones explain Evangelion? No, I have not.
Whoa.
Is that real?
Is that a real
just
thing?
like a
or is that a
parody?
meme thing?
Yeah.
They both sound good, but if it's real, it's even better.
I don't want to see a meme thing. I really want to see it if it's real.
Alex Jones finally got banned from Twitter. Because he insulted Jack.
Silverreal says, I have no pride or attachment to my fan art. That cover is more about you than me. Plus, I did it in like a day, per your advice. Also, the meme of Spidey calling Shocker Herman started in the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. Tom, have you seen Spectacular Spider-Man?
Yep, it's fantastic.
That's that animated show, right?
Huh?
Is that animated show?
Yeah.
That's the one that, like, Jax Blade's obsessed with, right?
I mean, he's obsessed for good reason. It's amazing. Oh, here we go.
What is so good about it?
It's just really well written. It's really well done. It's a really good interpretation
Define
of Spider-Man.
well written. Like, great dialogue, great narrative.
Spider-Man's like witty without being obnoxious. The banter that he does is good. The way they characterize him is great. It's interesting because Mary Jane isn't in it. It's when he's with Gwen, and like they don't even really get together, and they blend like the regular Spider-Man and the Ultimate version really well. It's fucking great. It's good shit. I like it. I watched it years ago, so like in terms of like nailing down specifics, like this is why it's great.
Right.
I'd be grasping at straws to kind of come up with the specifics, but it's thoroughly enjoyable and really well done. The only thing is that the art style is not great. That's probably the only big strike against it. What am I supposed to do? Why am I here?
Apparently, Alex Jones went on a conspiracy theory that was basically the plot of Ava, but with vampires.
I'm
Well,
just gonna book it. I'm just gonna book it. I'm just gonna book it. I'm just gonna book it. I can't believe that worked. I'm just making a beeline for it, and it's working.
this is the right way.
Oh, that one's probably not gonna work.
I'm not making haste, it's gonna be haste is making me. Well, you don't get sent all the way back.
No, so
right?
I definitely gained some time there. Yeah, I'm like right where I was before I got caught. So, overall,
I'm gonna go faster, pick up the burst, just to stay in the human race. That could go supersonic, my problem's chronic. Tell me, does life exist beyond it? When I need to say it, I just accelerate into oblivion. Into oblivion, yeah. But if you were to upload consciousness to a computer, wouldn't that just be a copy of you that lives while you die? Yeah.
yeah, that's why you want to keep your brain and central nervous system organic.
Yeah, I mean, my ideal future is the Ghost in the Shell cyber brain idea.
Agree. Because that is the best thing in the world.
Yeah, just like it's still a solid state object, but
But I also want nanomachines that can repair organic cells,
Nanomachines,
so your brain never deteriorates.
I mean, in that they like literally your brain just is a computer that like you just like have your regular brain like transferred to a cyber version of the same brain.
You see, I don't want that because that still means you're dead. You need to have an organic brain that is kept alive with nanotechnology, so it doesn't age or die or break down.
Musk was saying there is a major bandwidth restriction between humans and computers right now because we can only communicate through 10 fingers, but once the bandwidth is increased, everything will change. Through 10 fingers? What? The fuck does that mean?
I don't know, but I like it. I think he means like our ability to like interact with things. We only have
What does
our
that have to do with
physical bodies.
bandwidth?
Well, think about it. Like that's the limiting factor of how we can interact with other things in the physical world. If we have 10 digits, that's the bandwidth.
So
cap.
basically, he's saying that if you could like plug a fucking keyboard into your brain, you could type 10 times faster, kind of thing.
If we could just be Dr. Octopus and have 8.
Dr. Octopus, blah!
Where? Whoa.
Don't you die when you go to sleep anyways and a new you is waking up? I don't know what the logic behind that is. I don't really care if people are different as long as they are getting better, not worse. I care about sentient life, but not human beings the way we always were, which is already bullshit as we have been evolving and our evolution is affected by our tech and societal structure. Yeah. I just want to have a cyber brain. And that
It's
I can
really
put
interesting
into a
how they're
lolly body.
characterizing the Scorpion in this game. He's usually just like a really retarded thug.
What did he do that was characterized?
He's just like subtle and like evil and conniving and you know, like a typical poison user guy.
Yeah, he's a little bit more seedy.
Yeah. Whereas generally Matt Gargan's just a thug who was duped into being bonded with the Scorpion suit as like an experiment.
So he's like stuck in it.
Traditionally, at least. I'm not sure if that's what they're going with in this.
Is he foreign or something? Like, what's up with his...
Oh, Rhino?
Yeah.
He's Russian. Okay, am I supposed to just run out to fucking Rhino? 'Cause that seems not what I want. Oh, God. That was pretty
What's the schedule for the stream going to be like this week? No idea. I mean, I don't know if we'll stream again this week because we've kind of done a lot of it.
Yeah, we're trying to finish the game, so once the game's done,
Yeah.
we're not streaming it again.
Again, this is not yet really a Twitch show of any denomination. The Twitch is literally just, let's live stream us playing the game we're going to analyze so that we can have all the footage for it and also, like, make some side dosh off of the process, you know? Like, because otherwise it would just be, I would just watch Tom play this game all the way through and then we would make a video and there would be no even capability. Like, first of all, this allows us to hype the channel, it allows us to sell t-shirts, it allows us to have Twitch subscribers, to get people interested in the brand of I Am Games. So it's just like, we'd be playing the game either way, we might as well be live streaming it. But like, as for making this a functional Twitch show, that is yet to be really a matter of consideration until it is actually a successful venture of some denomination. I've explained this like 6 times now, I feel like. I'm sorry that I keep talking so much shop, but it's just easy. Easy way to kill time. This is the first time that a Miles mission has eventuated into something interesting.
Yeah. It's still not as fun as being Spider-Man, though.
Yeah, but at least it's like gameplay.
Semi-gameplay, I guess. Alright. I need to probably not go up there yet.
It looked like there was something you could fucking fuck with up there. Like that lamp. Can you...
I don't... He's a robot. Why can't I fuck with him? I'm just gonna fucking go ham, dude.
Yeah, that light was almost... Can you vault that wall right in front of you?
Probably.
Yeah, here you go. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out.
Oh,
Get
God.
the fuck out. Oh shit, he's throwing fucking cargo containers. It's like, this actually has like some tension, because it's like you're just a tiny boy running from this big fucking scary man, and he's doing crazy shit, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
There's at least a, you know, there's some thought put into it.
Not exactly... I don't know if I can go around that way, but I'm not gonna go look yet. Wait for it.
Would Tom like Mina if she wasn't a Hiroaka character?
I'm sure I would. Why? I mean, what about
I
being
don't know.
a Hiroaka character?
I mean, would Tom know about her if she wasn't a Hiroaka character? Might be a more worthwhile question.
Yeah, that depends.
Haul ass, haul ass, haul ass. Oh, you're gonna get that fucking forklift? No, never mind. It was just
that would be too
one
cool.
one of many checkpoints along the way. Why are the containers just arranged in a way to make a cool jungle gym?
Because I don't want to.
Oh no, big boy! Big boy! Oh fuck. Besides people not getting to the point, what's another problem you have with people's writing on YouTube? Just no flavor. Like, my biggest problem with the other anime... Like, okay, there are several people who do anime analysis who I don't have any problems with their analysis or the things they have to say. They are just boring. Like Pedro's videos, for instance, I can't... And granted, I haven't watched one in a while because of this feeling, but like, usually just from the title alone, I'm like, well, that sounds completely uninteresting, and it's... I understand why, and it's something that I was doing myself for a long time, which is that they are almost too interested in the points they're making, as opposed to just making an entertaining video that contains those points. And that's something that, like, Nate is really good about, is, like, you know, the Huey's Law thing, that, like, no one's going to care about what you have to say if you don't make it entertaining on a baseline level. And, like, I think that, you don't need to interpret that as like everything has to be fucking explosively awesome and like maximum production level. It's just like consider how to write your script in a way that it is entertaining to listen to. And like I at least like to think that a lot of my analysis videos, even when they're pretty straightforward, are written in an engaging way that is fun to listen to and not just like dryly making the point, you know. Granted, that's, you know, sometimes I do make videos that are a lot more dry just because I'm trying to fucking get something out and I fucking just want to write it real quick. But, like, I try to give them a little bit more zest, and I would like more people to do that as well.
Oh man, am I going to use the fighting thing that I learned from Spider-Man?
Is this going to make me stay up all night? Probably, if you're trying to watch the whole stream, because we're trying to beat this game. Oh shit, dude. Oh man.
Yep. He's going to use the Spider-Man
right.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Fucking get him. What, is he fucking afraid now? How often do you see that? Like a guy sees his buddy get beat down and just like, you know what? I do not want to fight you. Did he just assume that the kid's like a karate master after seeing that? And he's like, shit.
I guess so.
Well, I wasn't stronger than my friend, so, you know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's funny how, like, just painting him as, like, a Robin figure makes him inherently more, like, you know, sympathetic. Just because it's like, you are Spider-Man and your character trained this kid, so you kind of have some, like, attachment to seeing him become like you know?
Right, right.
That's kind of what's cool about explanation points, way he made it edited videos cool. Yeah, explanation point videos are entertaining. He's kind of got the opposite problem, though, which is that I don't give a shit about the stuff he actually has to say about anime. Like, I think his videos are fun and neat, but, like, they're never about anything I give a shit about. So, yeah, it's really the flip side of the token. And it's just because he seems to have just not really know much about anime. Like, he seems like kind of a noob. So, and then there's also the fact that he, like, kept disappearing for, like, you know, for long periods. It's hard to stay invested in someone's narrative when they're not actively producing content. It's an unfortunate reality of the world today where it's not really about the individual product, but, like, you know, being established as a figure, unless your product is something that you can, like, make a lot of fucking money off of. Like, it doesn't matter that Toby Fox has, you know, disappeared from the limelight because he made enough fucking money off of Undertale that he does not need to be an active public figure, you know? I'd love to get into some mediums like that, but YouTube is not at all like that. There is no YouTube video you can make that will be, like, a big enough deal to make it so you could disappear for 6 months and suffer no consequences. What did you say? Coney 2012? Yeah. Fucking find yourself masturbating in the streets of San Diego. You know that story, right, Tom?
Yeah. Hilarious. Truly the voice of a generation.
Protoculturati says, no one can write for shit in AnyTube except for you and Demo, or am I forgetting someone? I mean, if you consider Jesse and Nate to be in AnyTube, like, my Japanese animes is fucking always delightfully written. Nate can write a good script when he writes a script, you know? And, I mean, Nate's videos are just fun to watch regardless of the writing, but yeah. It's also interesting because me and Demo have such different styles of writing that I could easily see someone thinking that like me or him were shit compared to each other. But like, you know, like I don't really care for Demo's like reviews because I don't like. I think his writing is really fun and good, and like he just has he's good at making a point in a really poignant way, but I don't always think that the points he's making are interesting or deep. And so in his like more review centric videos, like the Aldano Zero one's fucking brilliant, and the way he presented the points he made there was absolute genius. But like sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if I agree with you analytically, you know. And my writing can get too bogged down in specifics, and like there's a lot of my videos that are like entertaining at parts and then boring at other parts because like they're just not focused enough. But I'm sure I could go through my videos and point out which ones I think have like the tightest writing. Something like Turn Your Brain Off. I remember that one being really fucking just all around entertaining. Or no, maybe that was one of the ones I'm thinking of that has the opposite, because I think there is like more examples than there needed to be in that video. I don't remember. Anime is Getting Lazy with its meta is definitely like a fucking all-around great read. But that's also because a lot of it's super facetious. I think my writing is the best when I just deliberately am like full of shit. Because it makes it like... I think that I like... In my writing, I try to balance like an amount of being full of shit and an amount of being serious, and no one can ever tell the difference because I'm fucking autistic and everything I say sounds super serious.
Well,
so
I mean,
like,
when you're not at all worried about being contradictory and like you're on the record saying that you don't care, it's hard to know when you're being joking or not because maybe you're just contradicting yourself.
I understand why it's difficult, but like when I make it really obvious, then I think it works better. Like the Anime is Getting Lazy with its meta video is just full of like a whole section where I keep insisting on referring to Eva as Gundam, and it's like I'm just like, yeah, there was a show called fucking Mobile Suit Gundam that broke all the trends. Like I'm showing footage of Eva and clearly describing the plot of Eva, and I just keep insisting it's Gundam, and like it just makes it so I can phrase things more loosely and funnily, and like you get that this is like a jape, that it's not about like being super serious.
Well, again, giving way too much credit to the audience.
Not just credit to the audience. I mean, sometimes I'm just legitimately not being obvious enough, you know. Sometimes I get why people would mistake the things I said. Because again, I do like blend a little bit too much like bullshit and serious points in together in like, you know.
Oh boy, here we go.
You should watch Alien 9. It's fucking hilarious. I've seen Alien 9. I just showed the first episode to May a couple days ago, and she seemed to like it, so we'll probably watch the rest of it. And then I'll get her to read the manga because it's even better. I mean, the anime is great, and I'm really happy it exists. It just has the problem of only being 4 episodes long, and then they didn't make any more, and the manga goes on longer, so you need both. So if you've seen Alien 9 and not read the manga, highly recommend it. Along with everything else that guy did. I made a whole fucking video about that manga author in my original video a day every day for a month, October 2014, called Bizarre Alien Biopunk Manga. And by bizarre, I mean like, you know, like philosophically bizarro. This shit's really cool. Yeah, a lot of people seem... This guy says, half the reason people disliked your Shinsekai Yori videos, they thought you were nitpicking. I tried to explain you're just being thorough and explain why you didn't like it. Yeah, I don't really understand what parts of that video people think are nitpicks. I tried calling out somebody. Like, one guy was like, oh, this video was too nitpicky. And I was like, what exactly did you think was nitpicky about it? And he was like, Oh, I was just like full of shit. I'm just complaining for the sake of it, but actually it was pretty good. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, I need to know. Because if I'm gonna keep getting this complaint, I need to know what do you guys consider to be unimportant details? Because I thought that all the details I mentioned were important. But I mean, a lot of it's just a matter of different people have different values. Like, you know, maybe some people think that complaining about the animation at all is a nitpick, whereas I consider it a pretty big deal in a fucking visual medium. Yeah, the other half is you misunderstood plot point X, thus you are invalid. Except that all of those people are wrong. Not a single person who has argued about how I misinterpreted something has put up a convincing argument enough to me to feel the need to respond to it. Aside from the argument that it would not make sense for people to carry around anthrax capsules because anthrax is, I guess, like super contagious, and I didn't know that. The spastic surgeon says, I think the whole concept of nitpicking is usually just used to mean those weren't problems for me, so they don't matter. It usually is, but, like, I do think there's such thing as, like, belaboring a point or just, you know, putting too much emphasis on something that's just kind of not... I understand. Sometimes I do think that I have made videos that are nitpicking, as I talked about on a previous stream, but, like, I just don't think in that one. Alright, Rhino. Let's fucking wrap my dick. Whoa! Oh, hey, it's another 2-on-1 fight. The water wheels bit seemed like a nitpick. Well, my point was that it was like a weird plot thread that didn't get addressed. Like, that they keep, like, bringing up throughout the series. That, like, there's gonna be, like, Saki's gonna fix the power grids and everything and, like, bring new technology. But nothing comes of it, and like it didn't make sense why they didn't have technology in that world because
fucking cunt.
There was just no justification for it. I think a lot of the problems with my writing, especially with that video and in general of how people misunderstand it, is that I write in a very loopy and roundabout kind of way where it's not like I just state the point and then give examples. It's like I kind of approach the thought as it occurs to me. So, like, I think if it was more clear, like, hey, we're going to talk about the technology now, and, like, here's point for point, what are the issues with that? But I just don't think that's as fun to listen to. I like the free-form flowing shit. I honestly believe that a lot of my videos require more than one listening to fully understand, even for myself.
Oh, get fucked, you goddamn game. That was bullshit.
And,
no, I didn't.
Oh, that's because you're kind of leaving the air. Ugh. One guy said the clothing complaint was unimportant, but I disagree. I definitely disagree. It's a kind of a big deal when, like, you bring on a costume designer on the show, but none of the fucking outfits make any sense. I saw one guy say your points about animation, pacing, characters, design are all invalid because fans have acknowledged them and because he likes the art style.
That seems about right.
I disagree, therefore your opinion is invalid. That's literally what he's saying. That's fucking hilarious.
Huh. This fight is insanely crazy, and I don't really know how the hell to, like... Oh, no.
The part where Digi suggests the society mitigating stress is only coincidentally also the solution for caring for fiends. That's like insane. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean by fiends. Did you mean the ogres? And I did not mean to suggest that that was coincidental.
You didn't say that it's gonna be 4 quarters.
Yeah, that's what we were hearing that earlier. 50 episodes of SAO. I'm fucking hyped. Because that means that if I can find a way to cover it weekly, I can do it for a whole year.
Yeah.
We can do a solid fucking year of shitting on SAO if it stays entertaining. Hey, maybe it'll be good. Did you?
Wait, what?
Did you know it's being directed by the director of the Asterisk War?
Oh, yeah.
Manabu fucking Ono, who is like... I mean, he directed Saki, which is good, but for the most part, he is like... He's directed several shows known for being like memetically bad. Like, he directed Dragonaut The Resonance, which was like an infamously bad fucking show from like 2008. Dragonaut The Resonance was so bad that when I was at a Funimation panel at NecoCon, which is like a local convention in Virginia, and fucking they like ran the trailer for it. Like Funimation was like announcing that they had bought the rights to it, and like when the trailer came on and people saw it, like half the audience started laughing. Like it was, I could see like a kind of nervous look on the Funimation guy's face, like uh-oh. They're laughing? Isn't this supposed to be like a big show? No, dude. Maybe you should listen to the people. Return of Nate and Digi Weekly podcast? God, please. No, I don't want to do a podcast for SAO. I want it to be like something that would be like actual content.
Alright, I think I took Scorpion down, which is going to make the rest of this much more manageable.
Like, the finish or fail full dive videos were kind of like an experiment that I want to continue like improving on. That idea of like semi-reaction, like constructed content. But I want to put like the only reason that the visual element of those sucked so much is that I had to do them in a day, and like because those videos were on the longer side, it was actually like those were like kind of the hardest videos to do that. I thought they were going to be the easiest. Like the easiest conceptually, but the most difficult to edit. So if I could find a way to edit those and make them better and like, you know, not be restricted to doing it in a day, then I think I can make... We'll see what happens. And Tom said he wants to be involved in this madness as well, in some fashion. How much of original SAO have you seen?
I've seen, I think, everything that's aired so far, except for like the end of the second, or the third season, or the fuck season they're on now.
Well, they're on. Their season 3 is the one that's going to start.
Oh, I fucked it up! This is an annoying boss fight. I do not like it.
No likes.
Because, like, it's all waiting around. I have to just time dragging these down to hit Rhino to stun him.
Yeah, someone was saying this is basically a Mario boss.
Fuck.
It's hard because the depth perception is unclear.
Yeah, it's not great.
Do it right.
No, because he doesn't always run, so like sometimes I fuck it up and I gotta wait for it to reset, and then I don't auto-target properly. This is a clusterfuck. This is a terrible fight, and I don't like it. Plus, the arena's so big, it's hard to like know where he is at all times. Would be so lucky.
The Spastic Surgeon says, I like Pedantic Romantic, but her latest video on GGO tries to make the argument that its plot contrivances aren't a problem at all because they didn't bother her, and her cited reasons for liking the show was that the MC was well written and it has girls and lesbians. I mean, that kind of is the Pedantic Romantic, is like just the lesbian whisperer.
I just need to hit him one more time to beat him.
Which honestly I find pretty fucking trashy, because like I wrote a post like a decade ago called Yuri fan but not a Yuri fan, because I've always been big into Yuri, but like Yuri fans will basically just eat up anything that has Yuri in it, and like a lot of it is fucking garbage. And it bothers me that they're not asking for more. Because there's plenty of Yuri now. Like, we're not fucking starved for Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri's in this game a lot. Remember we were like playing a game and not talking about anime?
Well, you were kind of stuck on that fucking boss for like what felt like an eternity. And you weren't exactly filling in any conversation during that period other than fuck, shit, fuck.
Man, anime's so gay.
You say gay or good? I couldn't.
Gay.
I agree. I agree to be.
I am games. I am still anime because that's all my brain does.
Look, this is what people are talking about, alright?
It's gonna turn into Teachy Bros Turntable 2.0, where the only people here come here just want to hear you talk about anime.
I've been trying to avoid anything about anime for the most part during these last couple live streams because I got sick of it for the other ones. But like I said, I kind of zoned out because you were fighting Rhino for like 10 minutes.
I think it felt longer than it was because I was like doing the Miles Morales thing with Rhino and then immediately went to Rhino with Spider-Man. Alright, well I've dealt with 4 of the 6 Sinister Six.
In manga, that is, there still isn't much good Yuri anime. There's plenty of good Yuri anime. There's enough. How much do you need?
There's never enough Yuri, dude. Come on.
I mean... Sure, I guess. I mean, there's just not even enough anime I like that I would feel like there's not enough good Yuri, you know?
Well, there's 2 things you can do. You can either
How the fuck have none of these fucking trans kids gone and made a video about Simone yet? That show is like the ultimate fucking Yuri trans anime, and no one's fucking talked about it. Hashtag make pedantic talk about Simone. In that show, literally everyone is born a girl, and when you turn 18, you have to go to a fountain where you decide what gender you're going to be for the rest of your life. And, like, the whole show is about, like, whether or not you're going to be whichever gender, and, like, all the different relationship dynamics that come of it. It's dope. What should we talk about besides anime, though? Games! Yeah. This is I Am Games! It's the games show!
You're like typecast permanently as anime.
It's funny because I know, in spite of the fact that I don't play a super huge amount of games, I feel like I know as much about games as I know about anime. Because I watch so much games analysis.
You didn't
like,
even know Red Dead 2 was coming out, but you know like
I knew that was coming out.
Of like, every person ever who's made an anime.
I knew Red Dead 2 was coming out.
You didn't know it was coming out soon. I was like, dude, we got to do the Red Dead. It's coming out soon.
No, I didn't know Spider-Man was coming out soon. I didn't know how soon this was coming. I knew Red Dead 2 was coming out because remember I said that I had looked at the Game FAQs poll of like what game are you the most excited about for the Q4, and that was like the highest rated besides Smash Ultimate.
Man, can we just not play Smash Ultimate? I have no interest in playing that.
Really? You don't like Smash?
Hate Smash.
What? Well, I'll just have to do that with somebody else.
I've tried so hard to get into Smash, and I can't do it.
I mean, I will gladly play Smash myself and make a video about it.
Go for it.
Oh, Zaria did make a Simone video? Well, alright. I haven't watched any of Zaria's videos. Have you played a Yakuza game? I played like 6 hours of Yakuza 1 and it was dope, but like it has the problem of being a PS2 game and therefore having long ass load times, and like you can like, even though I want to play through them in order to know like the whole story and everything, like it's clear that the later games are just so much more fleshed out and interesting that it feels like I should just skip to those. Like the first game has a really cool story and all, but I just want to play a fun game. No. Is this going to be the other MJ section? Are we doing it?
Thanks, Pete.
Here we go.
gay.
You should play Magical Poppin'. I super want to. That game looks fucking dope as fuck.
Skip.
Digibro, you're wrong about Shiki. It doesn't end on war. When the humans know about the vampires, it's a war for an episode. But when the sun rises, it becomes a fucking third world genocide, dragging people in the streets and hanging them dead with farmer tools and some Hotel Rwanda shit. Yeah. I would still consider that, like, war. Like, I mean, I guess it is mostly just a slaughter by the end, but this, you know, there were fewer people on one side. Will you cover the new FromSoft Ninja thing, or is there too much competition there? I would love to. That's one I could probably just play myself and do, because Tom does not like fucking Souls games. But we planned to cover a old FromSoft game that's getting released by Devolver Digital sometime later this year, called Metal Wolf Chaos, that Tom was really excited about.
Does look cool.
It looks pretty fucking dope.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Souls games, but I do like ninjas, so maybe I'll have to give the new one a shot.
I mean, as far as I can tell, it's just like Samurai era Dark Souls from what people.
Why would you ruin
say.
samurais with Dark Souls combat? They didn't deserve that. I don't like this.
To the guy talking about Valhalla, I don't need to be sold on playing that game. I want to play it. I just, like everything else, have not gotten around to it. Like
Matthew Matosis said that game sucked.
No, he didn't. He said it was like less than what he wished it would have been.
I don't know.
He did not say it
like
sucked.
It was not good.
I came away from his video about it like, oh, okay, it's still worth playing. Like, I was following the development of that game, so I fucking need to play it. I feel like guilty about not having played it. It's like the only game I've ever followed it. It's like the most my aesthetic video game ever made. Although I was really disappointed when I think they made it so the bartender is a guy, and I think in the original it was supposed to be a girl, and that's really disappointing that they would have
Create a
changed it.
diversion.
Or maybe it was the other way around. I don't remember.
The mayor and his friends are upset. Security let one of his biggest fans back upstairs right away.
Oh, I gotta like rile people up for being like the bourgeois is keeping the proletariat down.
How about Shadow of the Tomb Raider? I mean, I don't want us to be like all playing just like modern games. That's a lot of $60 money sinks, and like I deliberately have not. I still haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider yet because I just wanted to wait for it to get super cheap because I knew it would not take long to get cheap, and it is cheap enough now that I could play it. But like, I don't think I want to buy one of the Tomb Raider games at launch, and also I don't think there's enough new that will be sayable about it compared to the last two. Like the Spider-Man game is...
Oh my god, they gave me a stun gun.
See, why wasn't this always the case? Why didn't they make it interesting from the beginning instead of on the last one? Same with the Miles thing. Like, why would they wait so long,
you know,
to give you anything to do in these segments? Is it like a weird Stockholm Syndrome thing where they wanted you to like hate it so much that like getting this upgrade feels like a huge deal?
that was like almost better than all the Spider-Man moves, just because I was in this section and I did something semi-satisfying.
Get his ace. The combat in Sekiro seems more up Tom's alley than Souls. I mean, as long as it's fast.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go faster, faster, faster. Stylus action.
Okay, the bartender is a girl. Sick. Okay, then I do want to play it. This sounds fucking dope. Are you familiar with how to L cancel, wave dash, and other tech in Smash Bros. Melee? Yes, I am familiar. I cannot pull off those things myself, but... Sonic Mania?
That's like the fan, not a fan, but like Yeah, fan made, but like published by Sega. 2D Sonic game that came out last year.
Okay, I know that, but why are they bringing it up? It just says Sonic Mania with a question mark.
Oh,
That's why I read it that way.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, they put them back there like the other day and forgot. Was that your laptop charger? Motherfucker, can't relax till the Duke relax. Whoa, hey, you can't be critical of popular games, did you? Give this game 9 out of 10. I mean, I think our like operating score is like somewhere around an 8 for this, right? For you? What would you say?
Yeah, it's about an 8. 7.5 to an 8. I mean, the Spider-Man stuff's a 9, easy, but they put all this other bullshit in there.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks. I kind of wish this is how Infamous played with its movement. I'd like Infamous a lot more if I could actually just like move around.
Can we get a Pokemon Let's Play with May? What do you think, Mark? Do you think May would be interested in a Pokemon Let's Play?
Yeah, she's expressed interest.
Yeah? Do you, like,
In such
would May be the one playing? Because I don't want to play.
Yeah, I'm better at Pokemon than you.
Well, Mark, I don't see how that's relevant to whether or not May is going to do a Pokemon Let's
I was
Play.
just channeling her.
I mean, if May,
It'll be with May and Mark.
Whoa.
maybe,
Both be in.
I need
do
a
you,
May and
do you
Mark
think that could
show.
possibly be a contender for a certain thing that is supposed to happen by like
Yeah,
Friday?
I have to make a video by Friday.
So maybe we'll do that as a fun test, and we'll try to make it like, I don't know, like what game would you want to play? Or what game would May want to play? One that doesn't have.
So maybe like Coliseum or something.
Oh yeah, that would be sick. Okay, like I have never played Pokemon Coliseum because I just like we had it, and like Vic and Shade I think both played it, but like when I found out that you could not like catch Pokemon like in a regular game, I was just like not interested at all. And had never even bothered. But May seemingly played a lot of it as a kid because she will compare random music that we hear to Pokemon Coliseum songs all the time, which is a sure sign that it left some kind of impact. So I've been like really excited to get her to play it in front of me. So if we could do that as a Let's Play, that would be a good time. Thanks, Mark. Jazzy Dude says, Mark, we need it. Going to need a May and Mark Let's Play. Gypsy says Pokemon Coliseum is not as good as you think it would be. I don't think it would be good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not about it being good. It's about that it's a piece of nostalgia for her that I never really got to experience because I heard it was bad and skipped out on it.
I played all of Pokemon XD. It was pretty fun.
That was like a sequel to Coliseum, right?
It was.
Did you play XD?
I played like half of it.
Did you say you're into games, but you don't seem to be that into competitive games like fighters, MOBAs, shooters, etc.? And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just different from competitive stuff. I mean, I know you've played League. I have never played League. You need a lot of less expertise in games than game analysis. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot about fighting games because my friends were all big fighting game players back in VAB. I definitely don't give a fuck about MOBAs because I think they're boring as shit. Shooter games, I like first-person shooters, but I'm not like huge into playing online. I mean, I used to play a lot of Halo online back in the day, and Gears of War. Back in like the early Xbox 360 days, I was fucking going ham on Gears and Halo, but I'm not very big into online games because I don't like the feeling of commitment of like you can't leave a match and just get up whenever you want, you know?
Right.
I hate like having to I hate the idea that my performance will reflect on somebody else. Also, I do not want to have to talk to anybody through headsets or hear anybody through a headset. That shit disgusts me.
Man, if only we weren't doing a podcast every weekend where you did that for like 2 hours.
Well, I mean, it's my friends. It's not just randos. Or you fucking, like, shoot that fucking guy. You guys are fucking terrible. You know.
Ugh, this is so boring again.
Is that just a like
Stock photo.
the guy on the right looks like a video game, but the woman on the left looks like just a person.
My guess, stock photo they purchased and then.
Oh yeah,
photoshopped a dude in to make
okay,
it look
that's
like-
awful. That is real. Now that you pointed it out, that's obviously what that is, and it's really bad and really stupid. That is hilarious.
Wow. They look like they used to be so close.
Damn, Otto with his full beard and full head of hair. Okay, please can I just find this journal so I can get the date, so I can open the door, so I can get caught and.
We used to make fun of them for calling small place. Might have been right.
God, I don't care. Is there anything in the back that I need? It's a key.
This must be the key for Harry's room.
I get it. I'm a smart man.
What? This can't be for Harry, can it?
Whoa. It's unexpected.
Harry's dying.
Law books. Harry wants to be an environmentary. Like his mom.
What if they just skip over Green Goblin entirely and go straight to fucking Hobgoblin?
That must be the code to their room.
'Cause Hobgoblin's
For
Harry,
Europe
right?
today in quotes.
Leaving for Europe today. Ha! Not sure how this is gonna go. Dad says there's no risk, but that's Dad. Dr. Michaels thinks it's more like 50-50. So, okay. Why does he write like a fucking Tumblr blog? Like,
Probably because people who go on Tumblr made this game.
he's mad sick. He's got what the fuck does that say? Degeneratism? Oh, degeneration. Rapid onset.
Neurodegeneration, rapid onset, yeah.
What about rhythm games like Osu and Guitar Hero? I fucking blow ass at Osu. Guitar Hero, I am okay at.
Oh, well, this is probably what turns him into Hobgoblin then. Oh, wait, he hates the nickname the techs have for it, Devil's Breath. Whoa, they're trying to use that to save him. That's probably why Norman cared about it so much, to saving his son.
Yeah, see, there's some empathy.
Oh, I could have read it in a much cleaner font if I just hit X.
Oh, well, there you go. I bet you Mary Jane smells like mayonnaise, ponytail greasy as fuck. Did you like Hotline Miami? I have not played it. It does not really seem like my type of game.
Going alone. End of discussion.
Keep Team 2 on standby. I'm getting some.
Oh god, now I gotta stealth my way over there.
He's headed to the lab at night. Can you follow?
Not without alerting it. Somebody spiked Sable's coffee today. Better send a probation alert.
Okay, then stay ready.
Double secret probation alert. Always wanted to get into Miku games, but the problem with Miku games is that it's all Miku music, and like all of it sounds exactly the fucking same, so it just feels like you're playing the same song over and over again. Otherwise, they're
Of course, I
fun.
can't open the door and make it easy.
What if you got into DDR and that would be how you get fit? I've had that fantasy many times. I am unbelievably bad at those games. Like,
At DDR?
yeah. Like, I've only tried to play them like 3 times before, but like, I am fucking incredibly bad at that shit. Because I have no, like, coordination at all. So if I'm trying to look at the screen, I cannot think about what my feet are doing. I can't interpret the information fast enough.
Fuck. I'm definitely caught.
Gotta wake up for school in 4 hours, but I'm not missing this fucking stream. You're probably gonna be here until school starts, buddy. I don't know how close we are to the end, but, yeah. I mean, you know, do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna complain. I stayed up all night plenty of times, but don't expect to do well in school tomorrow. Like, I hope you don't care about your grades.
I mean, if he's watching
I hope
us,
you
he can't
don't
care
have a
much about his
test.
grades.
There will be live streams in the future. Also, this will be uploaded to YouTube, so you will be able to watch this later if you desire. I heard you talking shit about Miku. Look, I was a Miku fan before, like, anybody else in America. I was into Miku circa fucking, like, 08, 09, when she was first catching on. When
Alright, so
fucking,
this is like
when
the
Supercell
ultimate
was the
Osborne.
only, like, really known fucking Miku shit.
Ooh, prototype hand grenades. I wonder what those are. Pumpkin bombs.
Paste. The appeal for most of Spider-Man's civilian life is the comedic interactions of the characters. It may deep into some serious drama sometimes, but it never becomes this shit. Yeah. Digi, I recommend Celeste. It's a great platformer with a cool aesthetic and narrative, but it doesn't have much dialogue or cutscenes and has a lot of secret collectibles to find and different harder versions of each level called B or C sides. You have to unlock the secret items. I remember hearing recommendations for that and thinking it sounded dope. Let me go look at it. I just got like some actress when I typed in Celeste. Let's type Celeste game. Yeah, this looks like something I would play.
What is it?
Celeste.
Oh yeah, I heard a lot of good things about that. Nate liked it too. Said it was really hard though.
It looks like it looks a lot like the Momodora games. Like it looks like an American take on a Momodora game. I tried to play Momodora Reverie Under the Moonlight, and that shit was way too fucking hard for me. It's one of those games where you have to basically like be perfect, or else you're gonna fucking lose. Speaking of YouTube, you haven't uploaded the last couple streams yet. Yeah, I just haven't had a chance. I could probably do that right now. If we're are we logged into I Am Games YouTube on here?
Probably not. But I mean, you can easily
It's
log
not
in,
hard.
obviously.
Unless we have to do some fucking two-factor authentication bullshit.
It would be pretty bullshit.
Alright, add account.
Uh-oh, safety's off. Get ready to fire. That sounds bad. Alright, where do I go? What do I do?
Do you ever find yourself like constantly like wishing that you could tell people your hilarious passwords?
Dr. Michaels went to his Osborne building. There's no security. Osborne's the link, but me and Michaels are sleeping. That I'm looking for a heavily guarded Osborne building with Dr. Michaels.
Okay, well,
Isn't clear what bodies expire. Don't think I've chosen the right path. Commercial buildings. So many records facilities.
alright, I've made it into the channel. Let's see what I've uploaded. You're such a fucking hoe. I love it. That was immediately the first thing I saw on the page on YouTube. Ding, ding, ding. Alright, it looks like I did not publish anything past Fable. Or did not upload anything past Fable. The part 1 of Fable has like almost 500 views, but everything after that has like significantly diminishing returns. Although a couple of them randomly have way more views than others for no apparent reason.
That's weird.
Oh, I think people just skipped over the short ones. Like, they went straight to the long ones and just skipped the, like... Because there's a lot of, like, little 2-minute ones where, like, the stream cut out, and so we had to keep restarting it.
Right,
and
right.
I guess people just didn't even bother with those. Even though they're all in a playlist. I would expect people to just watch it in playlist form, but... Have you ever fight someone IRL, like throwing a punch and stuff? No, I've never been in a real fight. I've been in, like, play fights with friends, but never like a serious fucking throwdown. What's going on? Are they fucking killing Harry or what? Oh shit!
It seems like they were trying. Like Lee's had a son at some point, and he just got fucked real bad.
Okay, so that was Mr. Negative.
Yeah. Oh, you fucked up.
It's hard to wrap my mind around the idea that Digi is saying this stuff literally right now. Have you never watched a live stream before?
Oh man, is MJ gonna get power? She's got a spider on her.
Dude, that would be excellent.
Or maybe the spider's gonna be on her, but it's gonna get on Miles or some shit.
That would be wild.
Because in the Ultimate Comics, Oscorp is what gave Spider-Man his powers.
You're such a fucking I love it. Digi, are you fucking fat or not? I'm not very fat right now. I'm under 170 pounds. So, I'm pretty good.
Damn, I got some catching up to do. I'm like 190 something.
Well, you're also like twice my height.
Doesn't matter.
I'm 5'8.5".
Numbers all that matters, dude. No one cares about height. I'm just booking it. I'm just booking it. It's not gonna work. God, this is so boring. Like, this would be a great cutscene, but it's terrible gameplay. I've said that multiple times, but I stand by it each time I bitch about it. I think I did get teleported further in from where I was. Get fucked.
But TV Tossin says, I think it's because it's weird hearing your voice actually responds, since most of us are used to just hearing you talk in videos which are archived after you said it only. Yeah, I mean, I've never been like a very regular live streamer. It's always been kind of like you have to be lucky enough to catch me on the day when I happen to live stream. And God knows when that will be. Oh shit! Is she gonna shoot a web out because she got bit? No.
Been told that before. That's why they named my comic The Amazing Spider-Man. Jeez.
No, Digi, it's because you have a labyrinthine backlog of content, so it's weird to just see you being a person. I know. I can't ever, like, picture what it's like to get into my stuff because I don't know... Like, there's so many places you could start and so many places you could go from there. Like, I imagine that the every YouTube video featuring Digibro playlist is helpful for a lot of people who just want to, like, do it all, but... Like, I don't know where I would go if I started with my content. Like, which channel would I explore first? What rabbit hole would I go down?
Let Miles and I go. You find me. You find the key.
See, I like... This is what I think... I have this theory that art is always either about like coming to terms with yourself or coming to terms with society. And like so basically you're either learning how to be okay with yourself and how you are, or learning how to like
there's a spider.
You know, be have working relationships with the rest of the people around you and the society that you're a part of. And so like I consider the first of those to be more commonly a teenage story and the other one to be more of an adult story. So it like this is the right story to tell with an adult Spider-Man, is like he is confident in himself, like he's living the life that is like fully realized. He's, you know, doing all the things that a Spider-Man would want to do, but like his conflict is with learning to, you know, involve others in that narrative. And that's kind of where my life has been over the last couple of... That's kind of what inspired this whole venture of like when I started doing How They Marketed, which is defunct, but now with I Am Games, like a big part of it is that I'm trying to like become not about myself and like be working with other people, because I think that there's more power in what you can do with someone than what you can do alone. Like, I've explored the full potential of what Digibro can do by himself. Like, I know what I'm capable of, I know my limitations, and like, something like this show is all about embracing, like, okay, I'm never going to do, like, this type of gaming show, but if I worked with somebody else, I could. So, like, let's see what happens if we do it, you know? Or, like, the t-shirts. Like, I've been trying to launch my own t-shirts for fucking 2 years and just failing because I just, like, can't wrap my head around it. But Tom is somebody who's been successfully doing it here and there, you know? So it's like we teamed up on these powers. So, you know, just saying, relevant themes, I appreciate. Stuff I can relate to as a grown-ass man. How do you feel, Tom?
I feel like I'm glad to not have to worry about Mary Jane's sections anymore.
Thank God. For me, it was Devue's channel to Digi main channel to After Dark to PCP Pub Crawl Digi Bros. Aside from starting on Devue's channel, I would say that's a pretty normal trajectory, but yeah. How did you find Devue's channel? I want to know. You are the only live streamers I have ever watched that has so few people watching, so that you actually have a good chance of responding to what I say, as most can only respond to like 1% because there are so many comments coming in so fast. I've never watched like a big popular live stream before. Pretty much I just watch my friends' live streams. Found you from the Baby Metal video you did with Fantano. Good to know that that had some benefit for me, because like going by the comments on that, it felt like no one gave a shit at all. Like, because Fantano has like one of the worst comment sections that you could have, and like I just had the impression like nobody gave a shit. It didn't feel like it, like I didn't get like a subscriber bump from it or anything, in spite of it having like 50,000 views. So I'm glad to know somebody found me that way. I started with Digi and May Pokemon ratings, then watched Digi and May content, watched the Digibro Essentials and other main channel stuff, and watched some After Dark stuff. Eventually I just started watching all of your stuff that you made that I liked. That's cool. Didn't know that anybody found me through Digi and May content. That's fucking sick. If I draw a picture of Digibro wearing Senketsu, what am I coming to terms with? I mean, I imagine that would be... Damn it. Self. Your own interests. Just, I mean, there's not much... Like, I don't know... You'd have to, like, really break down the narrative of what that symbolizes to you. You know... I am not so capable of an analyst that I could just break down the meaning behind every single piece of unspecific art from an artist I don't know anything about, you know?
Alright, that didn't work.
Does this mean we can finally get Digi Pajama Pants? I just need to find someone who can do it. Like, the only time anyone ever promised me that they could do that, it was the Flying Colors Foundation, and then they fucking imploded. So, I don't know.
Made too many promises they couldn't keep, I guess. Oh, this is a great power. This is a great power. I have a new move now where I can catch rockets and throw them back at people.
I think it was Davu's Donkey Kong Country video, which I don't even remember being that good, but then I saw his Tycoon videos. Yeah, I didn't really care for his Donkey Kong Country video, if I remember correctly.
God damn it.
But then I don't like Donkey Kong Country, so that's probably part of it. You did a Baby Metal vid with Fantano? I love Baby Metal. Indeed I did. We collabed on a review of their second album. And someone told me I got like a bunch of facts wrong in it, but it was like the only person who cared, and he was very not specific about what I got wrong, just that I was wrong. Yeah. It's like a 40-minute video because I can't shut my mouth. Pokemon ratings were a fun time. I agree. I started with your video on how Asuka changed Ava. Ava was the first real anime I had watched after watching Death Note, and seeing you explain how I felt about the show blew my mind. Then my friend showed me PCP, and I'm like, I know one of these voices.
Damn it, these fucking cunts. It's like the most annoying enemy in the game so far.
I found you too when you were still horse boys. Back when we were making out and shit.
Ah, yes, the good old days. Wow, fucking raped. Oh wait, I can't say that on stream. We're gonna get fucking kicked.
I first saw Digi through How to Tell an Anime is Bad on the first episode and thought, wow, this guy's a pretentious fucking idiot. Then 2 years later, I found out you were the one who started the big trend on SAO hate, so I watched all of that and was like, wow, this guy's a fucking genius. Also rewatched the first video and realized I was just a basic bitch. I get that story a lot. Like, there's a lot of people who tell me, like, oh yeah, I watched, like, one video from you years ago and really hated you. Then I got into your shit and then rewatched that video and thought it was good. And I'm like, why am I not surprised? That's all I have to say. The strikes Spider-Man uses when he isn't doing things humans can't do are pretty much all Taekwondo strikes. I know other martial arts have them too, but is the one I know, and it has them all, I think.
Yeah, I know there was like actual martial arts behind like how his attacks were designed and stuff.
That's fascinating.
Do you have any cool new suits? What about this one?
Spider-Man looks like the only fun thing about it is swinging around the city. I mean, beating people up is also fun. It seems like the game is pretty much fun outside of the stealth sections and, like, skippable puzzle parts. Like, whoa! Is that fucking Dormammu?
I don't even know what I'm looking at, but it's insane.
That is awesome.
Channels unstable ways of damaging ethereal energy from ... somewhere ... shit. I wish I had enough shit to do this, because holy fuck. Yeah, it's like Ghost Rider Spider-Man, and I'm about it.
It is pretty sick.
Well, I'm switching back to the Ben hate threads, just because I like those better. I don't like these arms. I'm going back to my fisticuffs.
Is Ben still awake?
Nah, Ben is not.
Ben's not here anymore, so I don't care. I don't need to appease him anymore. There we go. That's what I like. Oh, god damn it.
Are you and May gonna rate the new gen of Pokemon when that comes out in 2019? Probably. We'll see. If I'm sure we'll get constant demand for it, so that'll probably incite it. It'll probably be like, as soon as the gen is announced, I will be constantly asked if I'm going to do it until it comes out, and then once it is out, I will be constantly asked when I am going to do it. That's typically how these things go.
Oh, how troubling it is to be so loved.
Well, it's just that when you've done something, people want you to do the follow-up always. Like, it doesn't matter if it's something that like only 3 people watched. Those 3 people will want that follow-up, you know?
I mean, makes sense to me. Oh, fuck you.
But you certainly know about this.
Oh, fuck you.
You've been pestered for follow-ups plenty of times.
Oh, get! I really don't like that shit. Like, I'm gonna have to redo this section.
Darker Player says the 90s one is literally the worst suit.
Wow. Your opinion's literally the worst opinion.
Alright, I'm going into the video producer and I'm gonna go ahead and start fucking exporting the other fucking streams that we did. So we've got... What was this one? What did we do on the 8th?
World's Swan Song.
Oh, this is from the spring. So then this one must be... This one must be the...
Here, take it back.
Yeah. Alright. Export. There's a fucking lot of things. Everything gets broken into so many parts for every time we fucking lose the stream.
Why are you so happy?
I have to fight Silver Sable? That'd be kind of cool, actually.
You harass my men, destroy my equipment, fuck my plans. Give me one of those things.
Listen, unlike you, Lee has her client inside this building right now. He's gonna kill if we don't do something. Fight each other? Fight Lee, not both.
Will help me secure you. After that, I make no promises.
Works for me. He's out of control.
Apparently the next gen of Pokemon will come out sometime in the second half of 2019. So anticipate. They usually make a new gen every 3 years, right? Something like that.
I have to find a way to reach them.
Maybe I'll play it and make a video about it. I was really disappointed with Ultra Sun because it was the same game and you couldn't skip the cutscenes. I mean, granted, I only played like an hour of it because I couldn't skip the cutscenes and I got real fucking tired of... Because I had forgotten just how bad, like, the opening section of Sun and Moon is, like, with the insane tutorializing and, like, just taking forever to fucking get to the point. Oh, shit. Turn back, Spider-Man. Whoa. Fucking seizure warning.
I know what happened to your parents.
Accident. You sound as clinical as Osborne.
What is the deal with Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? What are those games?
They are casual remakes of Red and Blue to capitalize on the success of Pokemon Go.
Like,
They look kind of fun.
is it like just like Pokemon without RPG combat or something?
It has RPG combat, but the capturing wild Pokemon works like Pokemon Go and not regular Pokemon.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's true that
The
like
kind of interesting thing is it integrates with Pokemon Go, so you can like send Pokemon back and forth to that game.
I hate Pokemon Go.
I mean, I don't like it either. But like, I understand why it's being made. The reason I like this is because Nintendo was saying that like they're gonna do a casual kind of Pokemon Go style game and a regular Pokemon game going forward. So I'm hoping they'll move all the casual bullshit out of the main title and make them like cool again and not gay, and just put all that gay shit in the Pokemon Let's Go series from now on. That's what I'm hoping for. You know what? Can I switch costumes? No, not mid.
I knew Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were going to be the same game. It's just that like the fact that you can't like they didn't treat it as though you would be expected to have played the first game. So it's like the entire insanely long, unskippable cutscene bullshit of the start of the game. Like, I don't understand why there was no skip button added, or just like something even minor to shake it up so that it wouldn't feel like literally doing the same thing. And it just like, ultimately it didn't feel like it had been long enough since I played Sun and Moon for me to want to play the same thing again. What are you laughing about? Crazy shit happened in Berserk over there?
No, unfortunate.
Oh.
I'm just reading memes.
I see.
The NPC meme is definitely my favorite meme.
The NPC as in the Reddit thing?
It's like a meme now.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh shit! Well, I think we just saw the birth of Green Goblin.
I don't think it worked.
My name's not Martin, it's Mr. Negative. I really appreciate like how many unique boss fights there are in this game. I feel like it's, you know, it's more than usual for this type of game. But I will say this is not the most interesting location that a boss fight has had. Like visually, aesthetically, this is a step down from what we've had before. A lot of generic monitors. Kind of just looks like where any random shootout in a Metroid Prime game would take place.
Oh god.
Fight it, Martin! You can walk away!
Oh, whoa! Shit! Well,
You spoke too soon, dude.
yeah, I guess they were doing the old bait and switch there. Jesus fucking hell. Big demon boy. It's the anti-spirals. Okay, well I still don't find this aesthetically interesting as like the bank fight from early in the game, just because it's just kind of like a big goofy filter on everything. But you know, it's still it's neat. Where's the big thing? Why aren't you fighting the big
I'm
demon?
assuming the big demon thing's coming.
Big demon boy. Tom and Digi, what is your favorite Spider-Man villains? I have no real opinion on Spider-Man villains outside of this game. I mean, Spider-Man villains are kind of like infamous for being shit, aren't they? Like,
I mean, it's not like nothing compared to like Batman or something like that. There we go.
it's like literally what everyone says, that like Marvel is known for, like has great heroes, DC has great villains.
Yeah. I mean, there are good Marvel
Stereotype.
villains too, but
There's Sinestro, he's like the guy who people like. I mean, I think that's a big part of what people love about like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies was that like they like
Oh, God,
made
this is gonna hurt.
the goofy ass Spider-Man villains like actual characters that had interesting arcs, and then it was like whoa, and like I feel like this game and like most of the Spider-Man media since then has capitalized on that, like that renewed idea of the characters. Like obviously Doc Ock and Harry Osborn in this game are just straight up the movie characters, like, you know, because that's like the iconic telling of them.
God.
But I could be talking on my ass here. I am not a comic book guy, so maybe there's a lot more to Spider-Man villains than I
Oh
even
God,
know.
that did like all of my life. Oh God.
He's watching Berserk? No. Mark is reading Berserk on the side.
Oh, it hurts. Oh.
Fuck this, I'm skipping class. I don't have anything important tomorrow anyways. Well, I guess if you're in a position where you can just skip.
I mean, I don't blame you. Oh, fuck me in the ass, dude. I keep hitting the wrong guy.
Oh yeah, Venom is the fucking big popular villain from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Of course.
Oh God. No, but your attacks certainly are. Oh, that didn't work.
What do you think of jazz saxophone over rap music? It's fucking dope. At the end of fucking,
Oh God, oh God, oh God!
I don't know if it's necessarily jazz saxophone. I mean, I guess any saxophone can come off as jazz saxophone. But at the end of the song "Snow Beach" by Rat King, there's like a saxophone solo laid in, and it is the fucking choicest shit.
Oh no, oh God, oh, there's a lot of dudes, dude!
It's a lot of fucking dudes, dude! Oh, get in! Oh boy, this is Grin lagging all over again. Loki is liked in the films. Yeah, he is.
Oh, kick in the face! This is the coolest thing this costume has ever done.
Is Venom the most popular Spider-Man villain? I always thought it was Doc Ock. Well, let me just ask you something.
Venom.
Which one is getting their own movie?
Right.
This is the wrong way.
Oh, here comes Otto. Clean up the mess.
It's happening. It's happening.
Fucked.
Jazzy Dude says, I'm an alto saxophonist. It'd be so cool if I could be in a group where we have sax with rap music. Yeah, man. I mean, you can just make hip-hop beats and then play saxophone over them. Because watch Frank Javc's video on how to make a Nujabes or Jay Dilla style beat, because it basically explains like the most simplistic way of creating a hip-hop beat, and when you see that, you'll be like, oh, like, you can literally make a beat in fucking 15 minutes if you know, if you just make like it very simple. Like, that's why lo-fi hip-hop is kind of hilarious, because it's so easy to make a lo-fi hip-hop song that, like, it's no wonder that they can make 24-hour live streams of it. Granted, you have to have an ear for it, you know, but, I mean, if you're a music student, you probably do. But, yeah, just, like, fucking get together a beat and then just fucking play the saxophone on it and, get a rapper involved or something. And learn your way from there. But there was, I think Flowbots had, like... Because Flowbots was like a hip-hop group, but they played on real instruments, and I think they had like a saxophonist or something in the band. They had like 7 people in the band.
Ready
They did that song, I can ride my bike with no handlebars, no handlebars. If anybody has been alive long enough to remember that song, because I realize that song's a decade old now. Carnage and Venom are just so sick, it's what made the old PS Spider-Man good. Indeed. I never could beat the Carnage fight, though. Holy shit, is Osborn helping you?
No.
Oh, who was that?
Some random... one of the guys who works for Osborn. Ock just took Osborn away.
Oh. My fucking dad still listens to Handlebars. Handlebars was like dadcore from the moment it came out. Because it's like an inspirational song, and dads love that shit. Granted, I also loved the song when it came out, but then after I heard it like a few too many times, I was like, this has already transpired into dadcore in my own brain. I just like fucking saw him and just, ugh, get all the shit off the table right now. By the way, we still haven't had the Chekhov's gunfire yet of him getting bit by a fucking...
Is this when you're going to find out that Pete is Spider-Man?
Dude, this would be perfect because Spider-Man's out of commission, Miles can get bit, and then we can go fucking be Spider-Man as Miles. I mean, he might need a grace period of, like, learning how to do it, but MJ's here. That means the Spider's here. All the fucking pieces are in place. MC Wright is here. I can't believe Spider-Man is dead. I don't think he's dead.
No, but he's... I mean, we were doing all that with 14 broken bones.
Yeah.
He's dead.
No, but yeah, exact opposite.
Yeah. Spider-Man doesn't do rest.
Did you, bro? Spider-Man villains were plot devices. The focus of classic comics were on Peter's personal life and how it got interjected by superhero shit. The villains were just
I love how the costume's
things
totally
that made Peter's
fucked.
life suck more than it already did.
The costume has all this
sense.
battle damage, but the sweatshirt is pristine.
It's just funny because, like, I mean, Spider-Man's been around for 50 years, so there's been plenty of time to invent better villains for him.
Oh, May's gonna die. We need that cure all kinds of bad. We can.
Gypsy says there's no fucking way they leave the mask on. I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm so mad. Worst anime I've ever fucking seen. How come the spider isn't biting MJ 5 times over? Is it because she has Peter's scent?
We don't. Hey,
Do spiders not bite people with spider
It's
scent?
still there.
Uh-oh. Is she gonna get it? Is it gonna be her? Or is it transferring over to fucking Miles now? Is this going on? Arachnophobia warning. Here we go.
Dun, 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 dun,
Bring him
dun,
over.
dun, 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 dun.
Bring our boy over. The wheel of fate is turning. There we go. Alright, get bit. You got a spider bite, and you seem to told me you had to fight. You got a spider bite, you didn't know what to do. I wasn't lonely, but I wasn't free. Anyway, that's a dated reference. Alright, well, now you got two Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Batman, Spider-Man.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
MJ's right. Let them know what's your face. That means I can destroy
Can't let anyone else have this power, better kill it. That is probably what the writers were thinking. Like, let's make sure we don't leave the spider running around so that people can speculate on who else was going to be Spider-Man.
Just like an army of spider hobos in the fucking soup kitchen.
fucking hilarious. So now I'm guessing that, you know, Miles will reappear already having, like, spent some time practicing this. Hopefully.
Or maybe it'll be like a post-credit scene or some shit. Rather
Yeah.
than be in the game.
Maybe
Set it
that-
up for DLC.
Yeah. Well, I was already assuming there would probably be a Miles DLC, but, like, maybe they'll just outright make it a sequel bait thing. Like, maybe just Spider-Man 2 will just be the Miles Morales game.
I mean, I think Sony's the one who has the rights to Miles Morales. So I wouldn't be surprised if they want to build him up and make him like the cooler, blacker Spider-Man to get all that cool black money.
I do love cool black money.
Who doesn't like cool black money?
How do I be cooler and black?
We just gotta wait another 20 years before transracialism becomes socially acceptable. I didn't listen to any of that conversation.
violence, it's significant.
Alright, I feel like we're getting close. Also, the premise right now is that because we helped Octavius build the neuro stuff, we can, like, dismantle it as Peter Parker. So if the climax of this game is, like, puzzles, automatic 0 out of 10. This is your last chance to upgrade gear before the end of the story. We're getting to the end, my dudes.
Well, I guess we're about to be in the final fucking thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa!
Whoa.
Cell shaded.
I like.
Special ability, quips. Insult your enemy's pride. Shit. Do I get more challenge tokens just to unlock this? Because holy fuck, it's cell shaded.
If you want to do some more stuff before we charge to the end of this, I mean.
Oh man, that's.
It sounds like. So check the completion level.
74%. Seems about
I guess
right.
that's enough. Yeah, it makes sense.
All right. I'm gonna go classic.
So I guess all that's really left is to go fight Doc Ock at the end of some final
Right.
level.
I don't know if it's worth it. I kind of just want to finish this up.
Alright, let's do it.
Let me just see if I got any more upgrades I can do right now, like skill wise. I only got 1 point, so not really.
TV Tossin says it'll be like that other franchise, Parasite. Was it called Parasite? Prototype. You meant Prototype.
Yeah.
Yes, where it was a black guy in the second game. That's what he's implying. Digi, do you watch any of the animation storytime YouTubers? No. I've seen like a couple videos of that nature and thought they were really awful, so I'm not bothered trying it anymore.
Is everybody happy now that I'm not in the 90s suit anymore?
Sure. I like this suit.
I should close it out in the suit design for the game, I suppose.
Yeah. Why not?
I've had enough fun with the Scarlet Spider.
We got 52 viewers. All 52 of you. You're about to spoil the end of the Spider-Man.
They weren't gonna play it. Dude, I'm beat to fuck.
I mean, we already spoiled enough like cool shit with the whole Scorpion bit and like fucking the story in its entirety.
We changed the world.
Oh yeah, what's your creation, Peter?
Fan art. Am I gonna make like a special suit now, just for this fight or something?
I don't know. This is a really bizarre visualization of Peter doing things.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa. Whoa.
all right. Spider Batman.
Yeah. This is very Ben Saintian. This would have been a lot cooler if I hadn't just changed costumes.
Yeah. Well, it made more thematic sense for you to change from the actual costume into the badass costume.
I suppose
guess.
so. I was like, I guess I should take this fucking sweatshirt off now. I've been wearing it for like 4 days straight.
Yeah.
Alright, alright. I got some new digs. I'm about it. kind of like the idea that like in this version of Octavius, like he can't even move his body anymore. It's just like dead, except for his brain and actual arms. Oh, I haven't finished paying off that phone yet. You got another phone.
Did he not think that was going to get him dropped to his death?
No, I think he just...
Is he just trying to preserve his legacy or what? Oh shit, saved by the Spider-Man. Dreamed of creating the world's strongest Pokemon.
I'm Dr. Octopus now.
Dr. Octopus, blah!
Oh god.
Fuck shit. Stack. He's not wrong. I mean, I'm sure that in the end Peter will regret this forever.
God. Like everything else in this game,
He really
it hits
doesn't have any
insanely
weaknesses.
hard.
I couldn't tell if you were being ironic or not there.
No, no. Like all the enemies hit really hard.
Oh. What is even the difference about this suit, exactly?
It just lets me automatically refill my gadgets, which helps for this particular fight because I need to use webs constantly.
Oh shit. Whoa. Oh, like Flora's hot lava.
I guess so.
A game Spider-Man's never lost. Right, I forgot that everyone is still fucking dying of cancer everywhere.
Right, yeah, I mean, Aunt May is like our narrative connection to that.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because like the first half of the game felt like it took place over more time than the second half of the game takes place over, but the amount of game is the same.
Right, right.
So it's like that weird feeling of like, you know, it feels like it's been forever since that happened because the time frame of the game established previously
Time to do that.
would make you think so. But I suppose it's only been like a day.
Right.
Actually, then again, even in the early part of the game, it was kind of implied that it all took place in like a short amount of time. Because we commented on that like the whole game kind of took place in real time, and it was just like to show you how fucking busy a day in the life of Spider-Man is. So maybe it's been more consistent than I realized, just because we spent a day between the two sections. Not even a day, but you know. He's probably gonna make the floor hot lava again.
Oh,
get up, get up, get up, get up. Ooh! Oh, good save! Hell yeah. This is nuts. Oh shit, fuck. Oh, fuck yeah. Get him, get him.
Oh, that didn't work out.
I guess you ran out. Is he gonna see your fucking face? Oh, he already knows. Hell yeah. That's actually a pretty good payoff. I like that. That he knew all along. And Peter's like, you motherfucker. You are a true motherfucker. Oh shit. O-R-L-Y. I think he just told you to check your privilege, dude. It's kind of funny that you're beating up his body, because didn't you say that his body itself is basically worthless? I mean, I guess you are hitting his face a lot. In fact, it kind of looks like you're mostly hitting his face, so I guess that accounts for something. Tangle him up. Tangle him up in a web.
I think he broke his web shooters.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's you know, he's making a web out of his arms.
If you want to change the world, you have to meet who can make the hardest decision. Agree.
Oh shit. He fucking let himself get impaled. Fuck!
What a badass.
I guess Otto didn't see that coming. How are you even lifting that arm?
Don't pull this shit on me now, faggot.
Even if they don't appreciate it. They understand it. No, you're wrong. You are everything I wanted to be. Threw it away. Of course, you're right. They see that now.
Don't fucking lie. No, you've always been a fucking sick man.
Make sure you get the best. No! If they put me away! They'll take my arm! I'll be trapped in this useless body! That wasn't me. You said you never abandoned me. Of course. You rest easy. Knowing your secret is safe with me. I'll do what you think is best. It's all I need.
Peter. That was good. This is a good cutscene. I like it. It's good shit.
Science.
How are they, like, you know, is Doc Ock gonna fucking reveal his secret now? Like, is that,
He knows in the comics and he doesn't reveal it, so...
maybe he has, like, a more underhanded purpose for why he would keep it to himself. Like, he was trying to threaten Peter in that moment, but he wouldn't actually do it because he has other purposes to keep it secret.
Whoa. Did this imply that May's gonna die? Pretty heavy.
What?
I think he said that there's
Maze.
like not enough of the cure to like save her and like the others or some shit. He's like, Make a choice, son. I missed it.
She knows. And Peter does not know how to fucking keep a secret. This is a grim fucking ending.
That's like the whole Spider-Man thing, dude. He always has to make these hard choices.
Don't do it, dog. You can't do it. You know you can't. You know she wouldn't want that. She already told you that you wouldn't do it, because she already knew it. Fucking harsh shit, man. But now we gotta get some kind of happy ending with Miles at least.
We're gonna get some levity.
Yeah. Let's pressing F. Oh boy.
There's the levity right there. We got it.
Spider-Man 2.0. But
whoa, they really killed May.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty metal as fuck.
I mean, she's died in like other Spider-Man shit, right?
No, not really.
Doesn't she die in like the third movie?
No.
Oh.
Dude, remember he fucking gets rid of his marriage with fucking Mary Jane to save May from dying. She's bulletproof, man. Not in this game though. They fucking axe her. Holy shit.
Maybe they thought that's like the most shocking death.
That's fucking dope as shit. This game, you know what? Again, I gotta dig up my tweet from like 2 years ago when I said this was gonna be have a better story than Spider-Man: Homecoming, and it fucking kills that movie dead, just like I fucking thought it would. Spider-Man: Homecoming. Disney themselves wouldn't have the balls to kill off May. It took Insomniac Games to be like, nah, we got this shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he's gonna fucking find out Miles is a Spider-Man. She wants Dick back in her life.
Oh.
Apparently, Aunt May died twice in the comics. Haven't you heard of One More Day?
That's the
Isn't
whole
one
point.
more day when she gets. I mean, she dies, but he brings her back.
She brings her back. Yeah, she doesn't stay dead usually. There you go. We did it. We defeated Spider-Man.
We fucking games, dude.
Yeah, we are games.
We became
Spider-Man is
We
games.
are become games, destroyer of lanes.
And we did it, man. Hell yeah.
What's your review of this game, dude?
Dude, this game kicked ass.
Yeah.
Stealth bullshit aside, the game goes back up to an 8.5 for having the balls to kill off Aunt May. Like,
and generally, those last few cutscenes were fucking solid. The one with him and Doc Ock, I liked the way they.
There was some pathos there, dude.
Yeah.
That was some good shit. I knew it. I feel so vindicated saying, ever since I saw the first trailer, this is going to be better than Homecoming. And it was. It was definitely better than Homecoming. Fight me, Chad. There's some cool stuff in Homecoming, too, though.
I don't think any of our chat particularly cares that much about Spider-Man, to be honest.
Well, you're all gay. Spider-Man is the best. It's fucking sick.
Except for the guy who knows about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's dope. Where's Jesse to back me up on this shit?
Of course, Crayley says there's after credit cutscenes. I think
I'm sure there is. We're gonna get a Miles Morales thing after this book.
There's no way they were gonna not pay that off in some way.
Pseudo cell shading thing they're doing right now though looks ugly as sin.
Yeah, it's not the best. Kabuto Yakushi says, Homecoming was mediocre and I stand by it. I got you, Tom.
Thanks. Good.
It looks like a dick.
It's because it was a dick.
That also looks like a dick.
Everything looks like a dick if you squint hard enough.
Is there a way to production babies? Is there a way to fast forward through this?
Probably not. I wouldn't want to
Hold
risk
R2 and see if it...
skipping the after credit scene. Man, I should have gone to the settings and had a skip credits option. Turn that on.
Yeah.
What was I thinking?
Was there actually that?
No. First party games marketing. We need to talk to them for having marketing.
Digi in Spectacular Spider-Man, there are two ongoing stories. A high school dramedy about a crime drama with supervillains. The complex dynamic between the characters in the high school dramedy, Peter, Spider-Man, who are actually completely different from, and the characters of the crime drama, is not the all of what's great about the show, but it's up there.
It's good. It's definitely worth watching.
Confusingly phrased, but
oh yeah.
TV Thousand says, so yeah, there's definitely going to be a sequel to this game. I would say so, with the way it concluded. Like, obviously Green Goblin's going to be a thing.
Well, Hobgoblin has to come in with fucking Harry.
Miles looks a lot more swole, as happens when you become Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Instantly. He was just like, yep, I'm in. I'm in. I am just in.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, now we have a skip button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's DLC or sequel bait right there. The Spider-Men, the two bros, the buddy cop Spider-Man game.
You can do with that. I just hope that if they make a full bore sequel, that they change New York in some meaningful way.
Oh,
I knew there would be another fucking post credits. They gotta tease him and then maybe throw in some Venom tease as well. You gonna see the suit?
Suit. It's in there. It's in there. Oh, it's Harry. It's gonna be Hobgoblin.
It's the only part of everything he has that he actually cares about. Alright, well, I guess we're officially done because we got the trophy for it.
We are games. We did it. We made it happen in 2 days. We powered through that.
And now let's see how fast I can record-breakingly turn around a fucking script. Hey! Congratulations, you have finished the main story, but the adventure continues. You can now change the time of day in research stations. Good luck, hero. That's neat.
Hell yeah. I did it. Anti-oxide.
I'm guessing that's the one from the ending.
Black one. Let's see what other suits we got. We have the Captain Universe shirt, or suit, whatever the fuck it was called. Nothing. I don't know how to unlock these.
Loading in.
No, I guess that one's just not anything.
Everyone goes down in one hit, including you. That's
Whoa.
fucking madness. Oh, I think it's just naked. I think that's just you naked.
That's just like the Dante Must Die mode of Spider-Man. I do want this one really bad. That's fucking cool. Yeah, that's the anti-ox suit. Yeah, these ones still aren't unlocked. These are probably unlocked from like completing percentage, just like game percentage. Alright, well, we did it. Are we done? Is the stream over?
Yeah, we can end the stream now.
I guess so. Like,
thank you all for being games with us for all fucking day.
Yeah, like, hell yeah.
I'll try to get these uploaded to YouTube before too very long if you want to watch it all back.
Yeah.
And we'll also try to get the first fucking video done in a timely fashion, and then based on its performance, we can determine the future of I Am Games.
Hell yeah.
As a brand and network opportunity. Bye! Goodbye!